The most professional. Are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay. I did, yes. Hello. Rayson, turn a light on. Jesus Christ. Don't say their name until they help us out. Brad. You weren't here for the Brad thing, all right? Brad was the guy that sent us the reply. I'm not even getting into it. Discord link is also in our profile. If you can't find it below, just go to our main profile page and you'll see it.
And if you want to chat with any of us or any of the new players, check us out in Discord.
Hey, Sophia.
Yes.
I know that face.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you love me?
I know that face.
Oh no.
Professional
I
streaming.
can't see
Oh.
her face, so I'm concerned.
Be very
I want to let
concerned.
everybody know who's watching this stream. We are very professional.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Very
I
professional.
have a
You
bad
need to-
feeling.
You need to do the announcements again.
Were you not recording?
I was recording,
Were
but
we muted?
for some
But we weren't.
so I didn't change any of the settings on the desktop audio, but for some reason it wasn't using the right input for desktop audio. It wasn't using my headphones. It was using the computer audio, which wasn't picking up anything. So they couldn't hear you.
All right, we're gonna speed run announcements.
Very, very professional, I swear.
If you're new here, just watch an old YouTube video to figure out who everybody is. Shout out to Simone Green, who has finished our official logo. She is the official artist for Deviants and Dice for all of our characters, which we are currently working on, and for our future merch endeavors. So check out her stream on Twitch and give her a follow on, there, Facebook, and on Instagram under the name Art in Insanity. For our sponsor, for Chuckworm Music, he is a returning sponsor. We want to give a big thanks to him for sponsoring us. He has released his first radio single, Take You Anywhere, and he can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere else you stream your tunes. So help support him by playing and adding his songs to your playlist so he can keep supporting us. And also, make sure to check out his new music video on his YouTube channel. Underneath our video here, you can find us at Discord, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Follow those links, give us a follow at all of those, and join our Discord. We like to talk to you guys, so join us. And also, if you haven't seen the first 7 episodes, don't worry, it's only been a week in-game, so check us out on YouTube. You can find all of our old videos there. If you have Amazon Prime, don't forget you get a free Twitch subscription. So, if you want to support us, make sure to use that free subscription. If you want to support us even further, make sure to share our information with your friends and family, our Twitch, our YouTube, our Discord, Facebook, all of that. The bigger our audience, the more we can do here. I hate you, Anna.
Sorry.
Make sure to keep an eye out on our Discord and our other social medias because we will announce there as well that our for when our merch store is going to open. One day that'll happen. One day soon.
If
finally
Brad ever does his job.
Let's hope to keep Brad out of the announcement this time. They didn't hear us the first time. We could have made it through.
Anyway.
Anyhow.
Well, they
We're
probably heard her.
No.
They definitely heard me because my microphone was working. So they just heard me complaining about Brad and heard none of the announcements the first time around. So, you know.
Goodness gracious. Alright, we'll be starting a new campaign Thursday, October 22nd, which is going to be run by Anna. Yay!
Yay!
Myself, Zach, Nolena, and Al will be playing in her campaign along with 4 new players that we are happy to welcome to our group, whose names I have all but forgotten. I only remember Katie and Spencer.
Got Katie,
Oh, and Rachel.
We've got Jacob, we've got Rachel, and we've got Drew joining us.
There we go. I didn't know Drew's name.
New players enter the arena.
Yes, I do.
We're gonna explore
Not new
the
players,
world.
but new to Deviants and Dice.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, a couple of them are new, but technicalities.
We're going to explore her homebrew world of Atreya. So come and check that out as I play a mischievous little satyr girl.
God, I'm gonna regret letting you
You are
play a
100% going to. You're gonna regret just letting me be a player. Period. It doesn't matter that she's a satyr. She's going to flirt with everything, no matter what race she is.
That sounds like something worth watching.
satyr. Oh yeah.
Sounds like a character we already know.
Oh yes.
Okay, let's finish the announcements so we can get started today. No, I'm not repeating all of that again, guys. See you in chat. We're gonna continue to stream Baldur's Gate 3 on Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Nolena, Anna, Zach, and myself will explore Baldur's Gate together, so make sure to tune in for that. We already did character creation last Friday and explored Baldur's Gate for 3 hours on Saturday, only to find out Anna never saved.
It's all my fault. Why do you guys have me running the stream? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Because your computer can handle it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright, and finally, my last announcement. I finally made it. We want to thank everyone who has followed us. We are excited to announce that we have officially reached affiliate status as of like 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. That means we can finally begin implementing some of the changes we've been planning. The first of which is this. You, the viewer, are now playing Etu, the god of luck. Etu is the only true neutral god, and has never in the history of Lutoroan appeared to adventuring parties. However, they often influence the fates of mortals. You, the viewer, now have that power. With your donations, you can determine how the party will be affected. You can give them health potions. You can give them rerolls to spend on any D20 roll that act a lot like DM Inspiration, but they can use that between their different characters. It's not just focused on the one character. So if Gronlin was to die, for example, well, you gave Al that reroll. You didn't give Gronlin that reroll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the difference. You can make DCs for checks easier or harder. Same thing with saves. So check out in the description below the video to see how else you can influence the player's fates. Stop it.
You can also influence how much the DM picks on me.
You can 100%
anybody.
do that, yes.
You want to make our lives so much more complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please
Or
donate
make
and
checks
make our
for
encounters
breathing.
harder.
Or if you feel that I've been too much for the players, you can make their lives just a little bit easier.
Bring it on, all right?
I'm
Not you,
sending
not you, the viewers.
The viewer.
I was about to say,
You
Anna's
guys-
quote, come at me, bro.
You guys are
Come
level,
at me, bro.
level 5? Yeah, I'm sending a false Hydra after you.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh.
None of you knows what that is except for Anna because I explained it to her because
And me.
she'll
I was
enjoy it.
listening.
Oh, you were?
Oh,
I
wow.
was
We
also
have a rogue
here.
in the party now.
Hey.
All right. Do we have any other announcements that I may have missed? I really hope not.
Nope.
I think so.
No.
No, I think you got them all.
Yeah.
For the
Now-
second time.
The end.
Now all you have to do is repeat it all because
No.
Anna wasn't recording.
It's too late. I already closed out the Google Doc.
That's
All
it.
being recorded, do not fret.
James,
I
please
always
tell
fret.
me you're the one that's reading today since Al decided to show up late.
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, you got this?
That's all
Uncle
right.
voice. Here we go.
Am I doing it as Duncan again, or am I
Called
doing it
out.
as me?
Yes, as Dunka.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Al decided to show up 4 minutes before we started the stream.
I'm sorry,
No.
we went streaming for
Trivia!
15 minutes. And
Hold
just
on,
got
I have
to,
I have a suggestion. I'm sorry. We make Al do it in Dunka voice,
Al
and
does
that's his
Duncan voice?
punishment.
This is the chaotic evil party that I love.
I'll try it.
He's like,
I wanna see
"Fuck it,
this."
I'll try it.
I'll try it. I
Let's
can't
see.
promise it's gonna go well. God, how do
hey, it's down here. You got
The party made their way out of the sewers. On the way, discovering the bodies of the missing children, Kyra sang a funeral lullaby of Thunia, and finally was able to cremate their bodies. It smelled really bad. The party made their way out of the sewers and into the city once more. Most of the group set off to get showers. Not me. I wanted to go get something else. They set out for their own goals that afternoon. Kyra and me set out for the library and got in their respective studies, while Ramara, Gronlin, and Noctuum met up at a magic item shop, where they met a strange tiefling woman who refused to give her name. That was really weird. She revealed a lot of information about the party that she should not have no way of knowing, as well as some world information that the party has yet to decide if they believe or not. Finn got himself milk drunk. It was really funny, while Addie watched over him. Cloudy set off to go shopping, then ended up meeting the rest of the group at the docks, save for me, who was standing outside the tavern with a cow. It's a really nice cow. And Kyra, who was still in the library, reading. They met up with Captain Rayburn Blackwood, who had previously met Cloudy while transporting her and Ramara for working for her. They ended up hiring his ship to take them to Thunia to find the ship made of air, and discovered that Ramara's airship most likely was in some city in Thunia. Will the party make it there in time? Will they find the person who stole Ramara's ship? I don't know. I have a cow.
That was
Bravo.
amazing.
That was
Bravo.
amazing.
I'll give you a standing ovation for
Oh
that.
my god.
Hey, Al.
Yes.
Well,
Please
I
take.
guess I'm off this stream now too.
Please. Please take 1 inspiration point for your character on my
Yes.
stream. Because
You
you
get one
made
here.
me cry with how perfect that performance was.
I
That's
was-
the rule. That's the rule. Remember, if you make me
Yes.
cry, you get an inspiration point. So
Guess what, audience? That's so easy to do.
You get
Ah.
one here too.
Wait, what do I get if I can do that?
Hold on, I made you cry last stream.
Yes, and I gave you 5 inspiration points.
Not you. I was talking to Angie.
She's greedy. She wants all the inspiration.
that's
Ah.
true. Nolina, you can have one too.
Boom.
Ryson, I thought we told you to turn on a light.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Give me a moment.
Too
Don't
dark
do
in
that.
there.
I
Alright,
can't
hold
see your
on.
face.
A man's playing D&D out of Harry Potter's broom closet.
Everybody was just
Christ.
dying of laughter, and James was just enjoying it, and Zach
James
was
is
just
Literally
staring-
wiping
I
her face
didn't
because
wanna
she's
look-
crying so
I
bad.
literally
I
didn't
swear to
wanna
God.
look.
Computer
I
dumbfounded.
didn't
I
want to
was-
look at the cameras because I was gonna be distracted.
I
So
was
was like-
legitimately, I wasn't even looking at the Zoom call when you started, and I didn't know that it wasn't James until I looked
Okay.
back on the call, and I was like, holy shit.
And
That's
as
it.
they say,
So
That's
now
so much
we
better.
now we know that if James ever has to miss a stream, we can just have Al play Dunka.
yeah,
That's true.
it'll be like he never
There we
left.
go.
Sorry, James.
He's like,
Hey, it's
I have a
okay.
pal.
I have a call.
Nope, nobody can play Dunka quite like James can, but at least we know
That
Al
was a
can
close
make the voice.
second, man.
I'll take it, man. All right.
That's so
Put my
funny.
inspiration
I just need to prepare for this. So evening falls on the 7th of Stropus of the year 977, which I finally figured out what the date was today. It's been a week in game since you guys met for the first time.
Well,
Most of you finally know each other's names. Not all of you, but most of you.
Most of us. That's what's important.
You, as you're wandering through the streets of the city, you look around and you see people are out, and they're out later than you would normally expect. They're out later than most people usually are, even in big cities. Take a look around and you think back to your childhoods. Excuse me. And you suddenly realize that it's the time of the spring festivals.
Ooh.
And while it's not a major celebration like the trade festivals are, you're still filled with a bit of peace. The hags have been taken care of. You know you have the harpy issue to deal with, but that can wait for the morning.
Ramara feels no peace. She's in major internal disarray right now.
Jeez.
But she has no airship.
That's not even the whole reason.
And she's coming to Dunka.
God.
Bronlin,
Yes.
at this point,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming everybody else has gone back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Everybody's gone back to the inn at this point, and Gronlin
Mm-hmm.
is having a conversation.
Yeah.
Anybody who... Well, everybody can go ahead and make me a perception check.
Hold on. The time of day is.
Ramara's not back.
It
yet.
is... At this point, it is like everybody's heading in for bed and stuff.
I'm outside, still waiting.
Yeah,
I don't
Ramara's
think I
not
can
back
roll
yet.
this.
I would like to say that on the way back, Ramara turned into her werecat form, but she made herself the smallest possible version of her werecat form that she could manage. Like, the smallest kitten that she could become. And is
Okay.
like, she feels very small right now. Like, she feels like the world is weighing on her. So she's like padding very sadly as a tiny little kitten back to the tavern. So
Well, Gronlin, I was hoping that they would all fail that perception check, but
I was kind of
As-
hoping nobody would hit a fucking nat 20,
He
but
got a
hey,
nat 20.
Oh,
Holy
wait, hold
crap.
on.
what am I?
well,
So
You-
wait.
you know the deal. It's time to just read out all that roleplay we did.
Wait, are we not gonna do the role play where Ramara comes across Dunka? Because that
Oh, yeah,
has to
we gotta do
happen
Let's
that.
do that
before
first.
this whole thing with Gronlin. If I'm gonna
Jake,
be
why are
there
you
for
rolling
it.
at disadvantage?
Pretty sure
Because
'cause
he's
well,
drunk.
I got a nat 1
Oh, you're
anyway,
drunk,
but I'm
right.
drunk. So I have to
God,
roll with
he's still
disadvantage.
drunk.
So before this happens, Ramara finally comes up to the inn to see
She
Dunka
comes
standing outside with
sadly
a
just
cow.
padding up as a kitten. She
Kyra-
tries her
Kyra,
damnedest to
At this
ignore
point, they
him.
have Kyra. At this point, they have kicked you out of the library.
I
It
would have
is-
asked to take the translation book with me.
Yeah, she has no problem with that.
Sweet.
It's like nearing 11:30 almost by the time you guys finally make your way back.
Sweet.
Continue, Ramara.
So Ramara is going to kind of come around the corner and like stick as close to the building as she can. She's really trying to avoid Dunka. Like as soon as she sees him, especially with the cow, she's like, "I'm very small. I am a cat. You can't see me."
The cow moves.
Okay. She's not trying to hide from the cow.
Cow moves.
The cow moves.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's do this then.
Boo.
So
Oh.
oh lord.
Dang.
So let me see. I'm pretty sure she also has.
Yeah,
No, she doesn't have
invisibility.
advantage on. She doesn't have advantage on stealth.
Is she
but-
trying to sneak past Dunka?
Yes.
It's
she
not gonna
does
be hard
not
to beat.
want to deal with him right now.
It's not gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunka, you don't see you see the cat, but this isn't the cat that Ramara usually turns into.
Nope,
It's a
not the
tiny
cat.
little kitten.
It's a
Not the
kitten.
cat.
He's like, nope, not the cat.
Not the cat. That's not Ramara.
She's just gonna go inside and she's gonna curl up next to the fire.
Damn.
Would you like me to make my perception roll now?
You can make it, and because it's based on hearing, I believe you get advantage, don't
I
you?
do get advantage on that perception roll.
Well, for certain, Cloudy and Noctuum both hear it. So does Ramara. Addie, not quite, unfortunately. But now everybody gets to hear this conversation.
Doesn't really matter since like half the party can hear.
Alright, Al, you started this conversation.
I did, and now I'm regretting everything that happened. Where to begin? Probably at the beginning. That's usually where things start.
Mhm.
Okay.
Usually where things start.
It's usually where things off. Okay.
It started off with, okay, so I would take off the bracelet first. That was you telling me. that
Yes,
you were
that
taking
was
off the
me. I
bracelet.
was taking it off because I don't know. I thought it would shield me from things, but apparently fucking not. All right.
And actually, everybody that's hearing this is only going to hear it one-sided.
Yeah.
So if you just want to say your part, that's all we hear. You don't have to say the
That's
responses
true.
out loud.
Oh,
Yo.
yeah, the responses are not getting said out loud because y'all don't hear it.
So then what am I
Even with
saying
that.
it for?
You're literally saying what you're
saying
saying.
it. You're
What
praying.
I'm saying?
You're
Yeah.
I
praying.
didn't want everybody to hear it. Fine.
Too bad.
You're in a tavern with very thin walls.
Hello, Mother. I met a very interesting tiefling today. She knew my name before I even said anything, and she talked about watching me. Do you know anything about this?
Long pause.
Long pause.
Long pause.
Dot dot dot.
Dot, 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 dot. Do you know her name?
Short pause. Not like super short. Not
Like
short
super
enough to
short,
give a
but-
name.
Yeah. And yet she knows mine and everyone I travel with. Also, she said I was supposed to become a werewolf?
Long pause.
Long pause. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Who is Ozotl? Ozotl? I think that's how Ozotl. There you go.
Short-ish pause.
Well, I do hope they help. I have their symbol on me. I found it on the Covenant Hags we were following. The ones taking the children. They are dealt with now. Hopefully no more come up.
Short pause.
God, why? Is there anything I need to do with the symbol to receive these abilities?
Short pause.
Well, it harmed me when I retrieved it off the body, so good to know. And good thing I did not take all 3.
Long pause.
The tiefling woman from the shop was wearing the same symbol when I showed it to her, and it almost destroyed her shop. Why would 2 of the same symbols react that way?
Short pause.
Whose symbol was it?
Another short pause.
I'm so annoyed that this conversation went so much longer. I hope you are correct. On another note, I believe I should thank you for allowing me to be able to read Abyssal. If not, we would have been staring at that statue for too long.
Short pause that's full of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Wow, we can hear the sarcasm
Short
in that
sarcastic pause.
Short sarcasm. Now, this is the longest part of this.
This is the part that's gonna get you in trouble.
It is. Yes, I do believe the same thing. I was angered about this. She keeps running off on her own and not telling anyone where she's going, which is the reason I purchased these bracelets from the tiefling woman,
Which she's not wearing.
so that we can all communicate with each other. And I understand that she wants to find her ship. I should be taking more action to help with this. And at least we have a ship now and a course of action to find it, which of course she found. A sigh. I feel as if I have been a terrible friend to her by not trying harder to look for her ship.
Long pause.
Long pause. Well, some of our group members only work for money, like our Dragonborn friend, who no one knew his name up until now.
Really short pause.
It was funnier in person. I must find out why she lost her ship. Also, back to the statue. Why was it there?
Longish pause.
Well, good news. I found it. Does it need to be destroyed or locked away?
Long-ish pause.
That's a long pause, kind of. Well, hopefully my new friends do not sell it first. I should send a message to this Lord of Russian to
Russian.
and tell Russian and tell him I don't know.
Lord
It says
of
Russian.
Russian.
Russian, and tell him where it is.
Short pause.
Yes, it seems that way. They are a strange group of individuals.
Short pause.
Yes, that is a good idea. Thank you, Mother.
And silence. That was funny.
Ramara's just she's just curling up and going to sleep. She's like, whatever.
I hear nothing. I am asleep.
Addy actually didn't hear any of that, which
No.
is funny, because
Yeah.
the only negative thing he said about anybody was Addy.
But that actually
What-
did
hang on,
remind
what
me of what I
negative
had
thing
to
did he
do.
But he just said some of them only work for money, like the Dragonborn.
Yes, but that's a well-known fact. It's not.
I never made any
Pretty-
pretense
that's a
about.
well-known
He would ever deny that.
Yeah.
I never made any pretense about being anything other than a mercenary.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything for the rest of the evening after you hear this one-sided conversation?
Well,
Ramara's
Finn
gonna try
probably
to get.
heard-
Sorry, Ramara's gonna
Oh,
try
yeah.
to get the bartender to give her free food, like scraps from the bar.
Gives you some fish.
As a cat. Yeah!
Hey.
He's
This
just
is-
gonna go
this
up
is
to
a
the bar as a
port
cute little
town.
kitten, just like, please, can I have some scraps? Just
He's really confused how you got in,
some more?
but he gives you some fish. He gives you like a whole bowl of fish.
Hell yeah, dude! Free food. Okay, she's gonna eat the whole bowl of fish, and then she's gonna hang out with this bartender for a little while, and then go to sleep.
How small is this small kitten?
Small,
Small.
like
Like small enough to fit on somebody's shoulder?
hell yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he
no,
picks you up and
He's
puts him
gonna-
on his shoulder.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're getting kidnapped.
She
Getting
could fit
catnapped.
if he's a big burly guy with like a flannel shirt. She could fit in his pocket.
Okay, so you guys ready for you guys ready for this image? He's a big burly guy. He's got just a regular shirt on, really loose, and he's wearing a bright pink apron.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Ramara
Yeah,
was
I
respecting
respect
it.
that. Now.
She's seen
He's
some
got a
very
cat on his shoulder,
flamboyant
And he
things
has
in
a
her
cat on his
travels,
shoulder.
okay?
And on this apron, it's got a slightly darker pink heart. It says "Kiss the Chef."
Hell yes.
Hey,
Hell yes.
that is
Hey, he gave her
respectable
free fish. She
style.
is his best friend. She is still a cat. So, you know.
she's a cat both in werecat form and humanoid form.
Exactly. She is a fan. This is her best friend for the next
Oh man.
2 days.
All right. You guys wake up the following morning.
Dunka stays up till midnight waiting for
Is-
Romaro outside.
Long rest.
Is
Long
the same
rest.
bartender
Take the
still
long
working?
rest.
I'll probably just say Finn
No,
blacked
he's
out
he's
at some
he's
point.
the night shift. He's the night shift. So he works through the night and then he goes to bed. Noctuum is going to cast Gentle Repose on the 3 heads to keep them preserved. He can cast it twice and Ritual cast it for the 3rd. Okay. You could
Okay.
just Ritual cast it a bunch of times.
Creepy that he's keeping 3 hag heads.
He wants to cast Speak with Dead later.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's planning on speaking to them about, but he wants to cast Speak with Dead.
Wants to get good
We don't
wants to get
question
good
God.
recipes.
Good.
Take
Children recipes.
Children pastry recipes.
Child pastries.
Child
How
God,
do
we're going
cakes
to
and milk
hell.
go?
Yes, we are. At least we're all in good company.
Yeah, we're all
Exactly.
gonna be good company.
Yeah, we'll just meet there and have some more D&D sessions.
Mara is
Exactly.
staying in kitten form for the morning. She wakes up
Listen.
in kitten form and she's gonna go up to the bar and try to get the next bartender to give her fish for breakfast.
This bartender is really confused. Give me 1 second. I'll just...
Two shit.
He does not give you fish.
Not.
He gives you some milk,
Okay.
but he doesn't give you any fish.
I should ask,
Fine.
is that the same bartender that was serving me all that milk yesterday?
No, it was the big burly guy
Darn.
that was serving you milk. He worked the night shift, and now there's the morning shift in.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, after last night's events and a blurry recollection of everything due to milk, 2% of course.
Anna, you do hear as he's leaving, the big burly guy tells the new bartender, who's like this really scrawny girl, as she comes in, he's like, "Don't give the human that is with this group any milk."
Good thing there's
And
2 of
then
us.
he
There's a couple
leaves.
humans.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a couple humans.
Doesn't matter. He just said the human.
Can I try to
So-
do
Yeah.
a performance check to act really cute and try to get more free scraps?
Free stuff.
Sure.
No.
Okay, can I have advantage because I'm cute and I'm a kitten?
Sure.
She's trying so hard.
You get worse. That'd be.
You got the same one anyways.
It don't work.
Gets the exact
I'm
same
not
roll.
cute.
You're not.
Not
You're
cute
like
at all.
You've got like patches of fur missing, is how they're viewing you.
The mad cat face.
I'm a
The
cute
mad cat.
kitten.
Find a cute
Oh,
kitten
but still.
picture for us.
Hashtag not a cute cat.
Finn just asked for a water this time.
She's really hesitant. And very carefully pours you a glass of water, making sure to stay at least 5 feet away from any alcohol and milk.
In the milk.
Very good.
Pyric
He
will come
drinks that
down
at the bar.
and she'll go to the opposite side of the room from Finn and continue doing her studying
Oh,
with
yes.
the book.
She's still mad at Finn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Finn gives a
And
sigh.
she'll eat her breakfast on her own.
Alright. Finn, what do you do?
Yeah, your girlfriend's mad at you. What are you gonna do?
No.
I know she is.
Go
That's
there.
why I have to repair this.
Well, hang on. One more thing before we get into that. For last session, because I know I didn't give you guys any experience last session, you get 400 experience points.
Oh,
What?
Oh, that's nice.
cool.
Because I'm a generous DM.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
When did this happen?
What do you mean? When did this happen? When did I
When-
become generous?
Oh,
Yeah.
When did you become generous?
What happened? Where did my real Sophia mom go? I don't know what's happening here.
The same moment that I forced Al to read out his messages to me.
Yes.
And in fact,
actually,
Al,
so
for that you can have inspiration.
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
well,
Totally embarrassed.
Finn is a bit messed up. He still sees that Kyra is mad at her, and thankfully the bartender is female, so he does go straight up and ask her, "Hey, I need a bit of advice."
Oh God.
Tries to brush back his hair. I seem to have made.
Hang
a
on,
girl-
hang on,
Oh,
hang
wait,
on,
wait,
hang
what?
on, hang on, hang on.
Yeah.
Question: Do I
Kyra.
hear any of this?
I want you to make me an insight check
Thank you. Okay.
because just something popped into my mind, and I was like, if
Oh,
she
yes.
fails this check, he's gonna be in so much more trouble.
Oh yes, I know
If I
exactly
fail
what you're
the check?
thinking. I know
If you
exactly
fail
what
the
you're
check,
thinking. Just make the roll.
So it's a normal roll,
just,
right?
Just a normal roll.
Okay.
Wait, am I making the
I
check?
think I
or-
have.
No.
Oh no, okay, she's good.
Okay.
Honestly,
I want to fail now for some apparent
you want to
reason.
fail? You want to fail? Okay,
You can choose
fail.
to fail it.
You
I
can
mean,
choose to
yeah.
fail.
Why? Do I get
Alright.
to figure out why though? Later?
Are you choosing to fail?
I
Yeah,
guess
that's a big
so.
question.
Yeah.
You choosing
Alright.
to fail?
Kyra, as you glance over at Finn, it
Oh,
looks
God.
very much like he is flirting with the bartender.
Ah, got
And
it.
You feel this unmistakable and undeniable rage.
I so chose
filling
wrong,
your
didn't
heart.
I? I definitely
You
chose
You
wrong.
would have been able to see
Why?
through that if you had chosen to pass it.
So she's just even more mad at him, and
She
she's
is
going to
Darn
completely ignore him. Actually, she's gonna take a piece of her
Shakespearean
breakfast
comedy
and
of
chuck
errors.
it. She's gonna chuck it at him.
Me?
What is she throwing at him?
Yeah, what are you throwing at me?
I don't know something that's on the plate. What would be on the plate?
Please throw the plate
Improvised
itself.
weapon, baby.
You
No.
can
Well,
throw
actually, you know what? Yeah,
It's
improvised
gonna be
weapon.
food. It's gonna
It's gonna
be
be
some
food?
food. Yeah.
There's
Potato
probably
at him.
some like hash browns.
Okay. She throws the potatoes at him. That's
She throws
fine.
the potatoes at him.
She throws the potatoes at me. I just
She
hit my
throws
potatoes
it,
out
and
of nowhere.
without him even having able to like say anything, she's gonna slam her books and walk out and go to
Hang
the
on.
library.
Hang on, real
Oh,
quick.
God.
Finn, dexterity saving
Ah,
throw.
yeah. So does he dodge the potatoes?
Wait, I feel like that should be an attack roll from Kyra.
Yeah, it probably should be
Oh,
an attack,
attack
roll
roll?
more.
Just
How
a
does that
straight
work?
D20 attack roll, because
Okay.
she's not proficient with food.
I will say you can add your dex to that. You can't add
Okay.
your proficiency, but you can add your dex.
Yes. What do I need? I don't need to add
Who did?
anything.
You're not
Epic.
dodging these
Aw.
potatoes, bro.
I aim perfectly right at the back of your head, and I walk
no, no.
out.
No. It's not the back of his head. You throw these potatoes.
Noctuum
Oh,
says,
God.
"Hey, that's a waste of good food."
You throw these potatoes.
Right up his butt.
No.
I-
You throw
Don't
these
even-
potatoes just as he's turning his head to look at you, and they get him right in the face.
Yes.
Do they stick or do they fall onto the bar?
Please tell me they stick.
They
They
stick.
have to stick.
Yes,
it has to
they
stick.
Stick.
With the force of that throw, they stick.
Do any of them? Wait, is there any like leftover potatoes that fall onto the bar that Romara can just go start eating?
Sure, there's
Well,
like
I
little
mean-
bits that fall off.
She's sitting on the bar, so she's just gonna kind of pat over and lick up all the leftover food that fell on the bar.
I haven't even gotten to say anything, but as soon as he slicked back his hair, I was like, "That's it, it's game over."
I'm glad I failed that insight check.
You have got to be specific with what you're saying because I will make your life hell. If you say you're slicking your hair back, well,
Uh-oh.
you're flirting then.
Oh,
Fails
wonderful.
an insight check.
Failed an insight
So, all
check.
right, so that Kyra sees that it sticks to his face perfectly, she smirks, takes her books, and walks out, and she heads off into the streets.
She going to the library?
She's gonna walk around a little bit just in case he's trying to follow her, and then she'll go to the library.
Just in case he's trying to follow her. Alright. Dunka,
Well-
I feel for you. I had a hard time with the ladies in this town as well. And then he grabs food and goes to stand by the cow.
Is the cow inside?
Oh.
Where's the
Wait,
cow?
the
There,
I mean, he made a.
so
nat
you
20.
can obviously, if you're planning on like just going in for a drink or something, there's like tethers outside where you can tether a horse to, and they've got like hay and water troughs there. That's where the cow's
Tethered
at.
the cow there?
Yeah, that's where the cow is.
He has tethered
Yeah.
the cow.
Or I would have stabled him, whatever.
So is he gonna go outside with the cow? Is that what he's doing right now?
That's
Oh
what
yeah,
it sounds
he's still
like.
waiting. Yep, he's going outside
Yeah.
and waiting because he didn't
Okay,
see
as
Rim
soon
come
as
back.
as soon as he goes outside, Ramar's gonna kind of go around the corner, like into like an empty closet or in an empty hallway, and turn back into her tabaxi form, and then come into the dining room.
Oh my god.
Bartender's really confused but doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
All right. Finn.
Well, that was something.
And then she's gonna sit down and drink a jug of milk.
I wanted to see some feminine advice to help with Kyra. I hear her voice, I get slammed in the face by potatoes, and I hear her leave. I can just.
Well,
Just
you
Oh,
messed
she,
up.
she,
That
did,
potato
she didn't
off.
say she didn't say a thing. You
Oh
just got
wait,
slammed in the face by potatoes, and then she
Uh,
left.
just wipe the potatoes off.
The barmaid,
I
the
will
barmaid
look
is
at her.
snickering.
I will look at the bartender sadly and say,
She is laughing. She is openly laughing.
Yes.
She says, "Looks like you've got troubles of your own, hun, and I can't help with that."
"Ugh."
She threw my perfectly good hash browns at you. You are in a world of trouble.
That's
Ramar's
what I'm
gonna
trying
kind
to
of-
get out of.
Ramar's gonna kind of raise her hand from behind and say, "Can I have an order of those hash browns, please?"
He
Ugh.
runs into
You
the
know what?
kitchen.
I'll
He's gone
take
for
one
like
too.
2 minutes.
They were
Alright.
good, but Kyra was so
Thank
mad
God.
that she was willing to
Got
throw
so
them at Finn.
mad.
She runs into the kitchen, is gone for 2 minutes, comes back out with 2 full plates of just hash browns
Amazing.
with 2 little sausage links on each plate, and that's it.
Okay,
If I get,
so
if I
Ramar's
get one
gonna
of those
hand
plates,
her. Ramar's gonna hand her, like, 8 gold.
She's confused and is like, "This is too much."
No,
the plate
you take
is,
it, and then
the
she's
plate
going
is
to
5
eat.
coppers.
She's going to eat both plates.
She's gonna eat Roland's plate.
She's gonna eat all of it.
She kind of
even-
looks at Gromlin sympathetically and is like, "Just wait, I'll be right back." And then she
Thank you.
gets another plate and brings it back. Doesn't charge you
Aw.
because Ramara just gave her 8
Ramara
gold
really
pieces.
just reached into her bag without even looking. She just kind of handed her eight gold. She just handful of gold and then delved in on the
Inhaled this food.
Yeah.
Does Ramara even have silver or copper pieces on her?
No.
what is
Gotcha.
silver and copper?
What
Yeah, what is that?
are
I don't know
these
what
shit?
that
What
is.
copper is.
Peasant
She
money.
just has. Let's see. No, she has 152 silver pieces
But no copper.
and 107 copper.
Okay.
But they're like way at the bottom. Like she doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
That's
go
chump
through that.
change. All right.
You're crazy.
Chump change.
Chump change.
Goodness.
I feel like I
Ramara's
should be
entire
crying.
meal. Ramara's entire meal cost a silver, and she gave her 8 gold pieces.
One hell of
Ramara
a-
is going to be the reason the economy breaks.
Yeah.
I
She,
tried to tell you. I tried. I
Should have
warned you.
listened, Zach. I should have listened. This is why nobody's allowed to ever play an artificer ever again.
Aw, wait. Not
Hey,
fair.
I'm setting her up for a really great after the campaign story. You know, like
Goodness gracious. All
Oh
right,
my.
Addie, what are you doing this morning?
Now I'm gonna be sulking at the bar
Oh.
after this.
He's gonna get drunk again? Is that
I have to get drunk. No, I can't. Too hungover for the first time, and I've been cut off.
Well, having seen the absolute nonsense that is what the rest of my party is doing this morning, I think Addie's just gonna sit down, ask for a plate of eggs.
She brings
Just
out a plate of eggs.
Just eggs.
How many
Please.
eggs?
I'm just
Raw
gonna.
eggs.
I'm not gonna specify. I want to see how many eggs she thinks I want to eat.
Do you want them scrambled or over easy or over medium?
I'm
or-
not going to
sunny side
specify.
up?
He's
just
just
want
gonna
eggs.
say eggs.
Boiled,
You
soft
bring
boiled,
them out.
hard boiled.
an
Alright.
entire
Imagine she
dozen
just gives you a bird
raw
nest.
eggs.
just bring out the carton.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't
She
be
brings
racist. You
out
think just because I have scales, I want my eggs raw?
she brings out 2 massive plates, like dinner plates. Like you go into a china shop and you're looking for plates, and these are the dinner plates. 2 that are just piled high with scrambled eggs. Sets them in front of you and walks away. Doesn't charge you.
I'm vibing with it. All right, let's just enjoy these eggs, I guess. That's
What
my
does
morning.
this look like to the rest of the party? A cat stuffing her face with hash browns.
Potatoes, yeah.
A dragon stuffing his face with eggs. And a random Asimar just really slowly eating up another plate of hash browns in the middle of them.
Yeah,
He's not
just-
stuffing his face. He's using his fork like a polite gentleman.
to shovel it into his mouth. That's how
No,
he
it's
did it.
just, he's eating. He's savoring the eggs. It's not every day you get 2 free enormous plates of eggs, so he's gonna savor
and,
the
and
experience.
Addie, these are some good eggs.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
These
love
are
this
these
shit.
are the eggs that, like, when you imagine a mercenary's like campfire and you think about their eggs, this is 100 times better.
I'll take your word for it, having never been around a mercenary campfire and seen them
Addie
scramble
would've been.
eggs.
Addie would have
Addie
been.
would
Addie
know.
would have been.
These are probably the best eggs you've ever had in your life, Addie.
Yeah, all right, cool. I'm just gonna take mental note of this place so I can come back here if I'm ever in the area again.
Just for eggs.
Yeah,
Just for eggs.
Eggs.
Nothing else. Okay. Yeah, I'm just eating hash brown. These are
Anka
actually really
is
good.
standing outside with the cow. Knock to him. What are you doing? And Kyra is gone. Kyra has just disappeared from the rest of the party.
She's got her
Knocked
bracelet
him.
on. Chill.
Talked to
does.
Cloudy and asked does Landon know the cure recipe and how to craft it in case he and or other members of his pack were infected. Well, Cloudy?
Well, okay, so she just said for him to get himself checked. I don't think she ever got the recipe from either of the 2 people who know
She
it.
didn't.
So she's going to need to talk to Ramara about that and be like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I should probably."
That's a
What?
good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Just
So-
don't sink your fingers near Ramara. She might eat them. She might think they're sausage links.
No,
Potatoes.
she's probably done eating by now. She's a cat. She eats really fast.
I can't remember.
Okay,
Are these
yeah.
bracelets
So
open
I don't
mics
know of
for
any
hearing
cat
all
that
this?
eats that fast.
Have you seen
Ah,
I've seen pets that eat that fast.
I
I've
have
seen
seen
dogs that eat that
cats
fast.
that eat like the entire can of cat food in like 2 bites. So they just put the whole, like, especially if you don't mix it up, you just like put the scoop the chunks with a spoon out of the can into their bowl. They'll just bite down, just chomp on the whole chunk of cat food.
Swallow. Yeah.
All right. Well, Cloudy is going to go. It's going to be like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me, Noctuum," and then go over and go talk to Ramara. Be
Ramara
like,
is in the process of very neatly stacking her plates up and then putting the forks on top and just kind of sliding it, like
"This was a good breakfast."
sipping on a
Not for
giant
me.
jug of milk.
So, Cloudy's going to ask her, like, "Hey, do you think I can get that cure recipe from you, in case like Landon and his group got it?"
Do you not already have it?
I never asked for it.
I think you only
I
gave it to certain
I
people.
gave it to everyone except Dunka.
Dunka. You
Oh.
gave Dunka a
Oh,
slip of
okay.
paper. That I do remember.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
got the
I
paper, I
gave
just-
Dunka
Paper
a
that was
slip of
blank.
blank paper.
Yeah.
Yep, which I used last episode. I'll have you know.
Yeah.
I believe I gave it to you already.
Cloudy's scanning her mind and is like, "Oh yeah." Thanks.
You might want to let your wolf man know that one of those herbs can only be found in Dunya, but I believe that Kyra was able to find some here in this town if he wishes to purchase them later on.
She bought them out of stock.
Well, maybe they'll restock by the time he gets back to this town.
Maybe.
We shall see.
Is that for another
Could
1
just
800?
ask Kyra for the fucking herbs that she got.
I
She's not
used
gonna.
them already.
Yeah, she's used them to
Yeah.
make
Oh, you
potions
used them all already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why I have so many cures. I have
Also, keep in
quite a bit.
mind, Landon is either going to soon be or is now the alpha of a pack of 500 werewolves. They're going
Right.
to have to go to Thunia to find those herbs because no store anywhere outside of Thunia is going to have them in abundance like that.
Guys, did we just cause a werewolf invasion of Thunia?
Probably.
we might have also
You might have just
brought
started
the
a war.
plague. Brought the plague to this
Oh
country.
yeah, we brought
too.
the plague to another country, more or less.
You know.
Well, I mean, we didn't technically bring it. It
Oh yeah,
was
technically
here.
the
So-
hags did.
If I remember correctly, we handed the like cure to all of the children. Would not have not standed that we also handed one to Landon,
That's
since he was
true.
taking
Nobody-
the children?
Nobody ever specified.
That's true too.
I wasn't the one that had the potions, so. But
I
Adara
would
would have
handed
been
it
like
to everybody, but
a
I didn't
fucking
specify.
Adara. Ramara. I have too many characters that have the same or similar name. Ramara was like walking around making sure that everyone had taken it before they go up into this man's shop.
Landon was already gone when she
Yeah,
was doing
before.
that. He had already taken the children. He took the children before the fight with the hags.
No, I'm
And
saying
you guys didn't
when
take that potion
she-
until after.
I'm not talking about
Us.
not
But
us.
before that, we had given
When
the
she
potion to
went
the
into,
children.
she was the one in the room with the children, and then she called Kyra in there, and she was walking around making sure that all of the children and everybody in there
Yeah,
got a potion.
But we didn't know
You
that
didn't think
we
about the
had
fact that you might have
contracted
gotten
it yet.
attracted.
Yeah,
we
We
didn't
only
think about
found
it.
out afterwards. So
You didn't think about the fact that maybe you had contracted it. The only reason you found out was, I think, because Noctuum casts Detect Disease.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't done that, we all would have died via John Fiderman not being honest with us, and we would have been on the wiser.
No, I would have been honest about
What?
that. I just wasn't gonna tell Kyra about it. That was the only thing. I would have slipped in that. Oh yeah, we might want to check it just in case. I was
So
gonna be subtle, real subtle.
since everyone's here,
Everyone except Kyra.
everybody
except
except
Kyra.
Kyra.
And Dunker, he's outside.
He's outside.
He's outside, but he can come back
That's
in. Right?
fine.
He'll probably come back in.
If he comes back
Eventually,
in,
but
Ramara
I'm-
is going to turn back into a cat.
You can't keep avoiding him.
You can't keep avoiding him
Tell
forever.
her that
Just
in
like you can't,
character.
Kyra.
So Gronlin's gonna be like, all right, since we're all together, where's Dunka? Hold on, let me put back on the bracelet and call him. Ramara, don't turn back into a cat.
She turns back into a cat.
You can't keep avoiding him.
Are you gonna also call Kyra back?
Yes, I will just send out a message like, I'll do it with the bracelet on because I don't feel like calling them all back. If they can all hear me, there's no point to being like, okay, come back to the tavern so we can all talk.
He
If you-
notices that Ramara is not wearing her bracelet.
I will track you down and I will put that bracelet on you.
Make it a
She
collar
has
instead.
it. She has it. She's just
I
not
will-
wearing it.
I will make you wear it.
You have to wear it in order to be able to use it.
Hmm
Uh.
She has it on her. If she needs to
Is
use
it?
it, she can.
Are you wearing it? Are you currently wearing it?
You're gonna have to ask her that in character because she just turned back
I'm
into a
now.
cat.
I'm current. I
And
cast
she, you
Mage
can't.
Hand.
You
I
can't.
cast
see, no, no.
Mage Hand.
When she is
and
in
I grab
werecat
her.
form, all of her
cast Mage
equipment
Hand.
merges into her werecat
I
form.
cast Mage Hand and I grab you by the scruff of the neck.
You're gonna get attacked.
I cast Mage
I'll
Hand,
actually
so
say
it's
that.
far
You're
away
too
from
far
me.
away.
Is that a good idea, Gronlin?
Probably not. But
You got
sounds good.
potatoes in the face, Finn.
She's
Don't talk
doing-
to me
she's
about
doing
good
that.
ideas.
She's doing that very intense deep throat growl that cats do. Just.
I know you don't like it, or right now I don't care. Change back. We're gonna have a discussion right now.
Alright.
Okay. I'm waiting till you do it.
She's not gonna do it.
We could stand here all day. I got a Mage Hand, scruff of the neck. You're not going nowhere.
Is she still a kitten?
Yeah, but I can change that.
This is true.
she's gonna slowly start growing. And as she does, she's going to get...
As soon as she's bigger than 5 pounds, the mage hand drops her.
Yeah, she's gonna keep growing until she's bigger than 5 pounds.
Sorry,
She
man.
just
Actually, no,
narrows
I
her
can't-
eyes at him.
I can't. I carry more than 10 pounds. It can't carry more than 10 pounds. So
She can
if
keep
it's-
growing. She's just gonna
if you
keep
get
going.
more than 10 pounds, then it drops you.
Her Maine Coon form is normally like 15 pounds, so...
Maine Coons are a lot heavier than
They're
that.
a
Well,
lot heavier
okay.
than that.
They're
They're
a
like
lot heavier than that.
50.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, they're big cats.
Alright, well, she's just gonna
My-
keep growing until she's
my
heavy enough.
my tabby cat Daisy was like 10 pounds, so.
She is more stubborn than you.
You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm leaving. I'm walking out of the tavern. I'm done with this shit.
Bronwyn,
You've gone.
wait, please.
Oh.
You're the
She
only
can
one that's
still-
sharing something.
She
I'm
can
done.
still listen when she's in her werecat form.
No,
She doesn't
I'm-
feel like talking to Dunka.
I walked out. I'm done.
Alright, well,
Finn sighs and
Ramara's
Because
follows.
I'm
just gonna-
tired of this.
she's like licking her paws.
Wait, Gronlin, don't leave. Come on.
Gronlin, don't leave. He's just
Yeah,
sitting
Gronlin,
there.
don't leave.
I'm like,
Stop.
wait,
Pushing over
Gronlin,
there.
Where does he
Stop,
go?
stop. Hey, you know what?
Where
I've
does
been having a
Gronlin
very
go?
long past 2 days. I got drunk. I got
I don't
potatoes
know
in the
right
face,
now.
and I can't drink anymore.
He's probably angry, so he's gonna leave. Where is he gonna go? He's gonna go back to that magic shop. I don't know why.
I gotta talk to the
Actually,
teacher.
yeah.
We're
Finn's
gonna
gonna
talk
fall.
to the tiefling
I'm
again,
gonna go
huh?
talk to this tiefling.
Ramara's
is
going
gonna
to
follow.
follow him.
Finn is gonna sneakily follow. He doesn't want to be seen by Gromlin.
Ramara doesn't care if she's seen. She's going to follow him.
If I
She
see
doesn't have
them
any
follow,
issue with Gromlin. She doesn't want to talk to Dunka. That's the only reason that she turned back into a cat, is because he was calling Dunka back into the room and she doesn't want to speak.
I wasn't gonna call him back into the room.
You
I
lit
was
it. That's
just
the
gonna-
only reason why she turned back into a cat, because you put your bracelet on and you were like, "Hey Dunka, come back in here real quick." And she was like,
I
"Oh,
wasn't
cat."
gonna call him in here. I was just gonna talk to him via it.
That's not what you said.
Yes, I did. It's literally what I said. I know my camera is frozen right now, and it's kind of annoying.
I have a perfect screen cap of Anna's face right now that I want to like screenshot.
My camera is frozen.
It's fine.
This is great.
Don't
It's
worry
alright,
about
it's
it.
alright.
It'll come back.
Yeah, if Gromlin
Okay,
leaves,
so-
I'll sneakily follow.
Cloudy's not. She's just gonna be like, "Hey, you want some company?"
She's asking Gronlin that?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know where I'm going right now. I'm just annoyed. I want to get this over with.
Yeah, I get you.
Meow.
Not.
Ramara's just
Oh, that fucking. You guys can't see it. My face is full of frustration.
I can hear
can
the
hear it,
acting.
yeah.
Don't.
Hear the frustration. The people who are watching probably can't hear it. I don't know. Maybe you can.
yeah.
But
can.
okay. So he's gonna turn. He's gonna turn around.
She's in full Maine Coon form by now, by the way. She just kept going. As she walked, she got bigger and bigger.
He's gonna
Yeah, you're
turn
getting
around.
a lot of weird stares.
It's fine.
He's gonna turn around, look her straight in the eyes, and be like, "How did you lose your ship?"
Oh, snap.
She just kind of looks down very, very sadly.
You can't ignore this question. How did you lose it?
So she's just gonna kind of look. Are they just standing on the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just standing on the street.
She's gonna kind of look around. Is there an alleyway or an empty room or like a fucking building she can walk into that doesn't have people in it? Like within
not
view?
really, no.
Quick, let's make a huddle shield.
Okay, from what I know of this direct area, is there anywhere that she could walk to within 5 minutes that is secluded enough that she can transform back without getting very strange stares?
There's a couple of alleyways that
Okay,
are
that's
really
fine.
shady.
That's fine. She's gonna go
Really
to an alleyway. She's not scared.
Fine, I'll follow.
On this episode,
Oh, no,
She's
actually,
just
I
gonna-
wanna-
She's
while
just
she's
gonna
doing that-
kind of look down and then she thinks for a moment. She's gonna look around. And then she looks back up at him, and then she just walks off towards this alleyway.
Actually, I'll stop Gromlin because I do want to ask him something. During
There
these
he goes.
5
There
minutes.
she goes, walking away. What? Who's stopping me?
I'm stopping you. Hold
Why
on.
are you stopping? So you
Well,
followed
it's
me?
less stopping. I'm.
He
Yes, I just
sneakily
want to make sure
followed
you're
you.
all
and then-
right. All right. Everybody's getting mad at everybody. I can't drink anymore, but that's not really your problem. That's just mine.
That's a general like legal drinking age problem. It's not like a personal problem.
That is a personal problem, but that's aside from the point.
Okay.
While she's going off, and you brought up the airship, I'm actually very curious. How do you know her exactly? You seem to be the one that's most in the know of her out of everybody.
I was once part of her crew a couple of years ago, and she came to my father's tavern a couple of times, and I needed to go places, and what better way to travel than airship? So I became part of her crew, and we became friends, and that's pretty much it. That's the story.
Gronlin, quick question for you.
Yes.
Did you at any point put on that amulet?
I probably would have.
Go
Actually,
ahead.
you know what? Not right now.
Not right
I think
now.
I want
Okay.
to wait. I want to wait a little bit, and then I'll put it on.
Okay. Just let me know when you put it on.
Okay.
Mostly
So
'cause-
I see her. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Finn.
Oh no, I was about to say. Mostly since I've noticed I haven't actually properly asked about the use of this airship. I know Ramar is an inventor, but what did you guys use the ship for?
Oh shit! Would I have known that? I mean, I worked on it. I don't remember what we transported.
So you would know that you didn't transport anything. You didn't
Okay.
transport passengers. You didn't transport any cargo except what you needed to survive.
Okay. It was just you had an airship, and
You just traveled all over the world. Like you really
Yeah.
don't know how she made. You're just like, I have no idea. Maybe
yeah.
she
I
just,
mean,
like she pays people to work on her ship. She travels all over the world. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll tell this to Finn. I'll be like, well, we didn't really transport anything of any kind to make any money that I saw. I know I got paid to go around, and I used that time to help where I could. And, Ramara would help me travel. That's all we really did. It's an excellent question. I probably should have asked her how she made her money.
Well, that's one of the biggest things about if the ship was stolen, it might have been the work connected to it.
Well,
Or something
that's
about the airship
what I'm
itself.
hoping to find out. Did I see what direction you went, Anna, as Cat?
So, in the time that you guys have been talking, she would have walked off, transformed back into cat, or into tabaxi form, and then walked back to you.
Okay.
So by the time you are done talking, he like catches you by the arm, and you're like talking to him, and you're like, dude, I don't fucking know. And then you turn back around the way she went, and she's just straightening her blouse, like walking back out of the alleyway.
Welcome back.
So Sophia, what I sent you, that's what I'm gonna go with because I don't have more of a story.
Okay. Because I was like,
he's
we
gonna
never
ask.
discussed
He's
this.
gonna ask for more details, so that's what I'm going with.
He's like, we never discussed this, so I don't know.
Yeah. So she's going to just walk up to you, Gronlin, and just kind of look at you. Like she has a very, like, the saddest expression you've ever seen on her face.
Mm-hmm. So, you want to tell me how you lost it?
Must we have this conversation here? Is there a cafe or anything where they can like sit down? A coffee shop? Something where they can sit and talk?
We had a chance.
She
talk.
didn't want to do this in front of everyone, especially not with fucking Dunka there, because she still hates him right now. So,
Cafe called Plot Convenience.
I know you hate Dunka. You will have to eventually get over this.
will I?
You know
I
what?
could simply kill him.
I'm sure
I
his
don't
mother
think
would be
murder's a
very
good
mad
answer.
at that.
I will never meet his mother, so I do not mind that.
How about this? Don't kill him yet. Maybe later. I don't know. But fine, you do not want to talk about this in front of him. Let's go. I don't know. Is there a cafe we can find? Whatever.
Yeah.
Who is currently with us right now? Besides me.
That would just
Cloudy,
Finn, Cloudy,
Finn, me,
and
and you.
Ramara.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, the four of us can just go some cafe and we'll talk about this. And Noctuum's in the street doing something.
Just somewhere in the
Oh,
streets.
sorry, my raven's in the way.
No worries, it's alright.
So
I just have it on my lap, just gently petting it or
Sylvester.
something. Sylvester.
just-
remind me what city she was in when it got stolen.
Ravenwallow. That's why she was in Ravenwallow.
Okay,
when-
I didn't know if she had traveled to Ravenwallow from somewhere else, so that's
Yeah,
what we're
she
doing.
wouldn't have really had any way to travel because she doesn't like taking sea or land travel. So
Mhm. So they get to the cafe and they sit down and she orders a glass of milk.
always the milk.
Always the
The
milk.
Ramara special. Just
That's
a glass
right.
of milk.
I'm contemplating whether or not I should also get a glass of milk.
Nope.
No.
No.
They're not gonna give you any.
Sorry.
So-
This is a different place, so they could.
Oh.
But
So Ramara is going to sit down. She orders a glass of milk and she kind of and she reaches up as if to fiddle with something. Like she reaches up as if she's going to grab onto something, and then she kind of, as if she realizes nothing's there, she kind of puts her hand back down. She goes,
reaches up as if to fiddle with like an amulet or something.
yeah. So she sighs and says, 1 month before the meeting that all of us had where I hired this group, the day that the message was sent out, the flyer that all of you saw. The day before that, I had been at port with my ship and crew in Ravenwallow. I was drinking at a tavern that I frequent there when I started to recognize some symptoms of a very descript poison that I know of in myself. Seems someone had attempted to poison me. I managed to recognize the symptoms fast enough that I was able to brew an antidote in my room, but it put me to sleep for most of a day. When I awoke, my ship and my crew were gone. But I can't say that I know for sure what happened, and I have not everything that I've heard of the ship since has been what you know.
Okay. Now that I know, thank you for telling us.
She's like very pained in saying this. Like it's very clear
And-
that it hurts her to tell this story.
I understand that you are in a lot of pain, my friend. I know that that ship was your livelihood, and it is very upsetting to hear that it was stolen from you. You can't keep running away when, if something doesn't go your way. I
Something
understand
doesn't
that you
go
want
my
to
way.
I understand you want to find your ship. I do. But you have to also understand there are now 7 of us here. And I don't know. This is just annoying.
She seems very insulted. And she kind of shakes her head and is taken aback a bit and says, "If I am annoying you so, you do not have to remain on this contract. I will enlist the help of others to find my ship.
No.
It is of great importance to me that I find it, and it doesn't seem that any of the rest of the people that I have paid for this job are taking it as seriously.
You are not taking it seriously. We are fine. I understand. I know some of us. I don't know, I'll look at Finn and I'll be like, I understand that some of us work for our next paycheck. That is not an insult. That is merely a statement. So I get that. Cloudy, I don't know. You're just here.
You're just kind of
You're
here.
just kind of here. I don't know.
You hide in trees a lot.
Yes,
You like hiding, I guess.
and your wolf boyfriend seems to like to taste glass for some reason. He ate a lot of glass the first time we saw him in action. But
We'll work
you're
on
right. We are not taking it seriously, and some of us aren't, and I apologize for that. I don't know. I was annoyed because you went off to fight the hags alone, and anything could have happened.
My intention was not to fight the hags alone. I was trying to find the source of the crying. If I had known the rest of you was staying behind to do whatever it is you were doing, I would not have gone. I thought there might have been more children, and I was trying to find the source. That is it.
Fine, just keep us in the loop, as they say.
You're
You
right.
could have
Next
told
time,
us.
I am in the process of trying not to die, I will stop and run back to you and tell you.
I'm not saying.
This is why we got the bracelets. So
I'm not saying
It is
you
why
need
we
to
have
run
the
back.
bracelets.
Why didn't you not tell us, hey, I heard more cries this way?
I was not the only one that heard the cries. She wasn't the only one that heard the cries.
But you know that a lot of us will go with you. We are all employed with you. So we will follow you.
You hear banging outside as if someone is hammering something into a wall or a bulletin board.
I will.
I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm not gonna get up and do that. I'm not gonna go look at that right
Yeah.
now at all.
I'll keep a note of that, but I'm not gonna go look at it immediately.
Yeah.
Wait for this to resolve first.
Rar, that is it. I'm only asking. We are now all in this together. We are now, as you say, a crew. We are now a crew now, the 8 of us. So keeping us all in the loop would be nice. That is all I'm saying. So now I say we deal with this harpy problem. So this way, when we leave in 2 days' time, we will have no trouble. Can we all agree on that?
As long as it does not interfere with my business deal, I have no quarrels with this.
I don't know what your business deal is.
I am
I'm
buying a potion
afraid-
shop.
Oh.
Okay.
We're only in this town for barely a day.
You know what? He's probably he's just like, okay,
Yeah, that's
buying a potion shop. Hey,
It is a very well-built potion shop, and I admire the shopkeeper very much. I wish to further his business.
So you bought an entire shop?
Yes.
All right.
The Ramara world.
Finn, she handed you a sack of 10,000 gold when she first met you. Of course she can buy a potion shop.
You know what?
If you say
You're
Mr.
right.
Finn.
Yes, I said Finn.
You know what? Gronlin, you're right. I probably shouldn't even be surprised if she bought off the entire town at this point.
There you go. For all I know, she could have been dealing with dead body. I don't know. Whatever.
And I'm thinking about how to buy out the entire city now.
Yes.
Now I have a plan.
Oh, you have a plan?
Slowly,
Yeah.
she's gonna slowly like.
Ramara Empire is coming.
Worry.
She's got her
She's gonna
fingers
buy the
in.
Half of this
country.
campaign
Gotcha.
She's gonna
is
buy the
actually
entire country.
secretly.
Continent.
Nope.
The back half of this
She-
campaign is actually secretly us dealing with the various tax collection agencies that Ramar has been ducking for years.
All right.
That's what
Wait,
the
wait. Are you
airship's
saying
for.
her airship was repoed?
That's
She's on the run
funny.
from
That's a
the
good
law.
one. That's a
The
good
true
one.
BBEG was a taxes.
No, she does international trade all over the world. I'm sure she would have been paying her dues in the countries that she goes to.
All I'm saying is look into it.
Okay,
All right.
fine.
With that done.
Yeah,
Sophie,
we'll
I'm
go.
gonna
I'll go
send you what
take a
her
look.
plan is.
I'll
Oh,
take a
dear
look
gods.
at the hammered postage since this has been easily resolved. Well,
Alright.
at least to look.
I'm excited about this. Cloudy, are you also going to look at this?
Yeah.
Imagine if we just never looked at it at all and ignored it.
Then Cloudy wouldn't find out what's about to happen.
Uh-oh.
Cloudy, that you may not, you as a character may not actually care. However, oh God, Anna, no.
She's gonna kill us all. That's her plan.
Cloudy
She's gonna
as the
kill her all.
character, Cloudy as the character may not care. However, it is going to affect you at least somewhat.
Yeah.
You read on the bulletin. Bodies needed for the war against Suprella, which Cloudy you would recognize as your home country. That's pretty much all it says, is that, you know, people are needed to fight in the war against Suprella, and anybody that wants to assist is to report to, I believe his name is Lord Ragmar, I think is what I said. Let me see here. Yes, report to Lord Ragmar in Ravenwallow to join the army.
Ramara is not going back to Ravenwallow.
Hold on.
Ben,
I'm writing
I
notes
don't
real
expect
quick.
you guys to join the army. However, I do expect that Cloudy is probably interested in what's about to happen in her home country. And also now you guys have to deal with warships and stuff, so have fun with that.
I'm gonna go send a letter.
Gonna go send a letter.
Gonna send a letter.
Who are you sending a
Another
letter to?
day, another war.
To the person I said I was gonna send the letter to.
I don't remember who that was. Send
You
it to
made me read that whole interaction I had with you. You don't remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Okay.
Okay,
Sending a letter to him.
you're gonna send a letter.
So
Okay.
is this like a paper thing or?
It's just, yeah, it's like a paper, or almost like a flyer, and they've nailed it on every bulletin board on the street.
Oh, actually, you know what? There is one thing. Actually, call over to Ramara for this. Oh,
I'm
is
here.
he, though? Okay. I'll actually just call over to Ramara, saying, "Hey, Ramara,
Yes.
Yes.
this is
I like
just
how she's off screen, but we get still hear.
she's in our heads. Oh, she's ascended." I'll actually say, after you get your airship, you might want to steer clear of Suprella. Seems like another war is gonna start up, or a war is gonna start up over there. Probably not gonna be very nice.
Wars are good for business.
Wars are good for business.
From last I heard,
Depending
your
on what
airship is in
business
a
you're in.
battleship. You might have to dodge some fire if you're ever doing business in there.
I have done this before. There are cannons on my ship.
What kind of cannons?
There are 2 cannons on your ship.
Finn is very interested in
And
the
they
matter
gets
of
only
firearms.
fire-
He likes
They
firearms.
only
I
fire
like firearms.
forwards.
So Cloudy's going to stare at this like bulletin board for a moment and do like a like the how it's like that frustrated sound that
Scoff?
Mhm.
yeah, she kind of scoffs at it and then like rips it off the thing and stuffs it into like her pouch.
Okay.
Interested in joining the army, are you?
No.
Something like that.
Oh, nothing like.
Also, I'm going to turn to Ramara and say, Ramara, please put on that bracelet I gave you. I know you don't want to talk to Duncan. Duncan doesn't understand how to use it. So trust me, you will be okay. He
The
will not
only
talk
reason
to
I
you.
took it off is because I did not want to listen to all of you trying to teach Danka how to use the bracelet last night.
Well,
It
I
was
vaguely
quite
remember
annoying.
that.
I'm pretty sure he still doesn't know how to. So,
Very well. And she will put the bracelet on.
thank you.
Shall we go back to Dunka and Addie them, Grunlin?
Nocturne is
Yes.
also there.
And Noctuum?
I'm gonna go send the letter first, and I will. I need
Meet me
to.
there.
Yes, I will meet you there. I need to
Yeah.
take care of something first.
So, Ramara is actually
hang on.
going to...
Nocturne, send me the list of stuff that you want to buy, and I'll tell you the cost. And then, yes, you can travel to the magic shop. What is it that you're? Are you like trying to talk to her? Are you trying to talk? You're like shop for something in the magic shop.
I think perhaps to ask her a few questions.
She is there.
Um,
She is enchanting something when you walk in. Y'all can wait. You've had the last 15 minutes to roleplay. It's David's turn.
I'm sorry. No, I was. It was just a question, but I can wait. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. That's also why I kind of wanted to go back to the tavern so we can give Dunka, Addie, all them the time to talk.
Oh man, he
No,
already had that.
I'm good. I've just been via text RPing, eating eggs for the last 30 minutes. So keep doing your thing. It's
But we
all
need
good.
more Addie moments.
We need
I had a good one. I had my one good fighter RP moment last session. I'm good for the rest of the campaign.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
so.
He also had the I am adamantine moment.
That's it. That's the moment I was referring to.
Oh, that was it.
Where he
That was
can
a pretty
finally
nice
say his
moment.
name.
Okay, so I will
Okay.
mute myself, so everybody else can.
All right, David, have at it.
Uh, uh, oh, what is with the enchanting? I was going to ask her if they happen to know of someone that's capable of casting healing magic that can regenerate tissue and organs.
What is David planning?
I think I know.
Um,
I think I understand.
I know. Yeah, I do too.
I don't think I've made a cleric as an NPC yet. I should really do that. Let's see. That's a bard, that's a rogue, that's a barbarian. Give me 5 minutes to make a character for this. In fact, this is a perfect time to take a break. So, we are going to take a real quick, a 10-minute break. That way Addie can feed the puppers and I can make this cleric character, apparently. So, yeah. Anna, it's going to you.
All right, we're going on a break. We're
Oh,
going on
nice.
a break in our favorite rocket ship. No, that doesn't work.
No,
All
that
right.
doesn't.
Nope.
All right.
No, it's copyright. Can't do that.
Yeah,
Can't say that.
All right. Break time. Let's go.
Break time. Hello, and welcome back to the nonsense that is Deviants and Dice D&D. I have speed made a level 20 cleric, and I am now ready for the questions that Noctuum has for me. Noctuum, you were asking her a question, I forgot what it was. It had something to do with somebody who can heal.
Yes. to ask her if she might know someone or has something that's capable of healing magic that can regenerate tissue and organs.
Tissue and organs. Tissue and organs. She thinks for a moment. She's quiet for quite a while, actually. As she thinks and thinks, and she says, well, the only person that I can think of is, a cleric. Cleric of Mirelli. She, serves in Dragondrift in Thunia. Welcome. Could definitely put her somewhere else in the world. She serves in Dragondrift in Thunia in the church there. Her name is Ronri. She is an Aesamar.
Thank you. On
But he's around this world.
do you happen to know if whether this city has any facilities that contains teleportation circles that could travel to Phonia?
She looks at you for a moment and she says, most places have the capital cities and the major cities tend to have teleportation circles that can get them to other major cities. They're quite expensive, as always. However, due to the current events in Thunia, nobody is permitted to travel there, frankly, by any means except for your standard traders. And they rarely go. They only go of their own accord. But you will not find any teleportation circle that is able to get you anywhere near Thunia.
Thank you again. And do you happen to sell any enchanted staffs or wands?
Oh, what is it that you're looking for?
Uh, do you happen to have any that can cast? Do you happen to have any that are enchanted with the ability to cast certain spells?
What kind of spells?
Perhaps magic missile?
Magic missile. Such a handy little spell that is. Let me take a look in the back. She disappears for a moment. And I know that there it is. Yep. You kind of hear her rummaging around in the back. And then she appears again, carrying a wand. It's a relatively standard wand that looks mostly wooden, except for where your hand would normally like hold a wand. That is coated in blue, but you can't quite tell if it's paint or cloth of some kind. You can't really tell. And she says, this is a wand of magic missile. Wand of magic missile. Goodness gracious. I just want to know what a normal cost is, but apparently I don't get to find that out from D&D Beyond. Thank you. She goes through her books, and after a few moments, she kind of smiles and she says, I'm gonna find that cost, dang it. It's gonna happen. Goodness gracious. There it is. She says It will unfortunately cost quite a bit. It is 2,300 gold pieces.
Uh, mm, I think that is more than I can afford. Do you happen to have any stuffs or ones that are far cheaper?
Unfortunately, pretty much everything that is enchanted starts at around 2,300. Sometimes quite a bit more than that.
Uh, Thank you again.
Of course.
Did you guys say goodbye to her, and thank you again for answering all my questions?
Of course. And is that it? Are you gonna leave after that, or are you gonna continue shopping, or what's going on?
I think I'm friends for now.
Alrighty. Then we will check in on Addie and Dunka. What are y'all doing before we go back to the main group?
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm sure I want to see this.
Well, I know Eddie's been eating some eggs. Dunka's out there on cow chaperone duty, and I would think occasionally he looks at the bracelet and just goes, "Mama, room."
Is he saying it out loud?
Oh yeah, he doesn't know how this works. Remember, he just
he doesn't know.
He just
He's
shouts
real
back at it.
dumb, dude. He's real dumb.
Tried explaining this to him.
You get some really weird looks as people just watch you yell at your bracelet and then just walk away.
Duncan don't care. But if Eddie comes out, he'll definitely have a conversation with Eddie.
Con Addy now.
I mean, now that he's no longer preoccupied with 2 enormous platters of the best eggs he's ever eaten in his life, Addy will look around and notice that the rest of his party's not fucking here. So,
This is why we have the bracelets.
so using said bracelet, he's gonna... I mean, everyone hears it, but he's gonna be pinging Gronlin. Hey, where did y'all go?
We'll be back in a little bit. We
That doesn't answer the question.
where did we go?
Dunka, you hear Dunka yelling out loud through the brick walls, "I'm still here at the tavern!"
The rest of you don't hear this. It's just Addie.
Oh, I was about to say, like, oh, are we close enough to hear
No,
like Duncan
you're
just
not.
shouting?
Nope.
I will message back to Eddie and be like, we're on our way back. We just had to have a little conversation. We will be talking about the harpy situation. We will be dealing with that today.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go find Dunka.
Should we
Somebody
just
find me
meet
where I
up
can
at
get
the?
right outside.
Are you
Shall
still
we just-
alive? Because I'm like, I'm right here.
Should we just meet up at the lighthouse?
You know what? Yeah, I'll grab
Okay.
Dunka.
Yeah, let's.
That's not gonna
We'll
happen.
hitch up the cow. We'll meet you over
All
there.
right. And then I'm gonna say, Kyra, we're going to deal with this harpy problem. I know you and Finn have something going on. I saw the potatoes. I know you got something going on. I know you don't want to talk about it, but let's just try to deal with this harpy situation. And then you can throw more potatoes at him. Whatever you feel like. You know, it's
Hey.
up to you.
And then you can throw
What are you
more
talking
potatoes
about,
at it.
Bronwyn?
Listen,
Why are you
Finn, you
enabling
did
her?
something. I don't want to know what it is. We'll talk
I
about it
don't
later.
know what I did at this point.
He doesn't want to know.
I don't want to know. Listen, women are strange creatures.
Are you
Never-
still
Oh,
saying this
thanks.
over the ring
Yeah.
bracelet?
I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm talking
Ramar's
with
just
Bronwyn
glaring at
voice-wise.
Gronlin right now. Like,
Hang on,
this is
Gronlin.
the exact
Gronlin.
reason why I did not want to wear this bracelet.
I'm speaking
Out loud. She says this out
physically.
loud.
You are echoing like crazy. Holy cow.
Oh, because yeah, there we go.
Gronlin, are you saying this over the bracelet?
No, I would say to Kyra that we need to go, and then I would talk to Finn and be like, listen, you messed up. Just get over it. Let's go deal with this Harvey situation.
Women
You
are
don't know
strange
Kyra like
creatures.
I do. She's just like me. She will take this grudge to her grave if she must.
Yes.
You both can take it to your grave. I don't care.
You don't want it to be taken to our grave.
Gronlin doesn't care. Let's go deal with this harpies. And then I'll go send that letter and then meet them all at the lighthouse so we can deal with this. And on my way back from sending that letter, I will put on the amulet.
All right. Gronlin, you can add the amulet of Zotl to your inventory and go ahead and attune to that.
Which means I will need to unattune to something else.
Can I have
3
it?
items attuned to you?
I have 3 items. I think I'm gonna
Nice.
unattune to the Ring of Mind Shielding right
Can I
now.
have it?
Uncle, take that.
Duncan doesn't need
What
it.
is
Duncan,
Duncan doesn't have enough mind to be
Yeah.
shielded.
he's too dumb to have anything break into his mind.
It's sparkly.
It's sparkly.
It's sparkly. Oh, well, then, since we're meeting up at the lighthouse, and me and Claudio will probably get there first,
Yeah.
can we just take a quick look-see, see if anything's changed
So,
before everyone gets
Yeah,
there?
Hold
Claudia's
on.
gonna
Who's
You-
closest? Because
Hang
Kyra
on.
would have gone
Hang
out
on.
right away.
I don't care who's closest. You all are going to get there at about the same time anyway.
Oh, okay.
However, as you all meet up, you see that nobody is within 500 feet of the lighthouse. Absolutely nobody is going anywhere near it.
This is a good
Um,
sign.
That's a good sign.
But probably shows their hunting grounds from here.
And as you approach, how close do you get before you guys stop to like take a look?
In like feet or
Yeah, in feet.
I will defer to Claudia on this since she's a scout expert. I'm experienced in it, but I'm pretty sure she's more proficient in it than I am.
how far are people staying away from it?
People are staying
500
500 feet away from this tower.
Okay.
I would say that's probably the distance the harpies are willing to go for their hunting.
For the Americans at home, that's 1 2/3 football fields.
Thanks. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
So I will
Hmm.
let's have them like sit within 50 feet of that range.
Within
So-
50 feet of the tower?
No, 50
No,
feet
no,
of the
um,
500 mark.
Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
gosh. I was like, getting real close. Jeez.
No.
Alright. So you see pretty much the same thing that you saw the night before. You see the nest that has some harpies in it. You see some harpies are flying back into the nest. You're not sure where they're coming from though. It looks like they were out in the ocean at somewhere.
Oh,
I could
interesting.
probably shoot one of them with my longbow, but
Not from this distance, you cannot.
Let's not.
Who has? Okay.
probably picking up.
Do we
fish or
see any of the harpies like flying around, or are they?
You see just a couple of them are like a couple things. You're not 100% sure they're harpies. You can assume that they are, but
Okay.
they could just be really big birds. are flying into the lighthouse. They look like they're coming from the ocean. But there's not any of them just flying around the lighthouse. They are flying into the lighthouse. There is a map for the tower, but you guys aren't there yet.
Once everyone's here,
Are we all together now?
You all are together, yeah.
Okay.
But until you actually walk into the tower, I'm not putting up the map for the tower.
Not the outside.
Have they? Oh, actually,
I don't have anything
What
for the
time is
outside.
it right now?
Okay,
It's
so-
goodness, like maybe noon. Maybe probably like 11, 10:30, something like that. It
What
hasn't
does-
been very long. You guys had a conversation and then walked to the docks. When did you wake up?
I don't know how to answer that.
Pretty.
Probably early.
Yeah.
Ish.
So it's
Steady.
probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock, something
So-
like that.
Ramara is going to, if you please, I would like to make an Arcana check to see if there's any kind of magical barrier preventing people from going closer to the tower.
Sure, have at it.
Can I help with that?
Sure. There is no magical barrier.
Nice.
All right, cool.
I
Trying
would
be
like
close.
to send Sylvester to go and like look.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
How far are you sending Sylvester?
Well, I don't want him to die because then it'll take another hour to call him back.
That
I
would
don't want him to die because he has 1 hit point.
Yeah, exactly. He has a total of 1 hit point. And
Does he really?
Yes, literally. That's what it says on the D&D Beyond. I mean, I could roll for it. It's a D4 minus 1. And the
So he
lowest
could end up with 0 hit
he
points.
could end up with 0, but I'm just gonna take 1. So,
I would say, well, we could rely on Cloudy's stealthing abilities.
Yeah.
She's very proficient in that. I can follow
I
behind her at
could
an easy
stealth.
pace.
Duncan's like, I could just walk up in there.
no.
No, let's not do that.
Wait, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Dunka is actually on to something here.
Wait, what?
We could just approach the
Ha-
problem directly.
No, listen. Dunka and I, sturdy boys, hard to hit real hard. We could go out first, make some noise, draw a distraction, while the rest of you get in better position to deal with whatever
So you guys
comes
want to be the
out.
bait, is what I'm understanding.
Seems
Yes.
so.
Yes.
I was trying to phrase it in a way that doesn't make Dunka sound weak, but yes.
So
Uncle looks at him like, "I'm not
Ramara
weak."
is going to nod and say, "Yes, yes, that
I
is a
know.
good plan. Myself and Nantuan could fly over and get a better vantage point from higher up towards the lighthouse."
As long as I have a clear opening, I
Yeah.
can have a
Just
clear
as a
shot from
point,
anywhere.
the lighthouse is the tallest building in the city.
Are there any like
Good thing I got
lampposts or
that
stuff
ring
like?
of jumping.
This lighthouse is probably about 200 feet tall.
There are no buildings like close to it, right?
Not
It's
anywhere
just-
near it, no.
Okay.
It's literally out. If you imagine a lighthouse,
Like a real lighthouse on a cliff kind
like
of
a
thing.
real lighthouse
Okay.
on a cliff, like
Okay.
there's
So,
nothing
like-
around it. There are rocks and there are some boats in the water.
Bill's lighthouse in Pokemon, just out on a cliff.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Now I have the mental picture.
The mental picture.
Mental picture. Now I know.
Solid reference.
There aren't any buildings within probably 300 feet of this thing.
Yeah, so
Well
I'll
done.
probably.
That's
Yeah,
only
that, I
one.
mean, hell, if you want to go and be bait, you want to fancily, put a fancy term on spin on that, or bait, and I'll send Sylvester to kind of fly up to be just
Your eyes.
yeah, my eyes. Let's
Okay,
do
like,
that.
yeah.
Cloudy can sneak behind and give them cover.
Mama
Yeah.
said I was always the master baiter, so I'll go after first.
Real
All
quick,
right.
I'll pat Dunk on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Never
Bronlin,
say that
can-
again.
can you hear and see through
I mean-
Sylvester, or is it just one or the other?
Football field. If it works like normal familiars, then yeah, he gets both.
I can.
Okay.
Like he loses hearing and seeing from his actual body, but in exchange, it is both coming
Yeah, he's
from
warging
familiar.
like in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay. How close are you sending Sylvester?
I would send him 90 feet.
Within
Okay.
90 feet or just 90 feet forward?
Probably.
You're currently 550 feet away from the lighthouse.
Well, because that's the thing.
Pass
If,
God is
guidance
giving
on the
guidance to
familiar?
Hang
while
on a
your
second.
familiar is within 100 feet of you, I can communicate with it telepathically, and also as an action, I can see through its eyes and hear its voice. So it has to be 100 feet.
It's be 100 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So I'll send
him.
it 100 feet.
You send him You send him so that he's 450 feet away.
Yeah.
You don't hear or see anything unusual,
Okay. So then I'll go another 50 feet. We'll see what
and then
happens.
you can't communicate with him.
Oh. Then
Yeah,
it'll-
for
so then
50
I. So then, I guess I will. He'll stay there at 450, and I'll move up 50 feet. So
And then you're gonna send him forward 50 feet.
send him 50 feet more forward.
The rest of you, are you following Gronlin while this is happening? Are you just gonna stay with him?
The familiar. No, Addie's turning to Duncan. He's gonna one hand on the shoulder. All right, big guy, time to party. Let's make some noise.
Cairo will be like, you might as well just take Finn with you, you two.
No, he's got guns. He's not
He's
gonna.
squishy.
Yeah, we don't. No,
That's the
no,
point.
he's gonna stay here
That's
next
the
to
point.
the rest of you.
Wow.
So Ramara,
She's really
Ramara's
mad.
She's like looking at her belt and she's like pulling potions out. She's gonna drink like 3 or 4 potions. So she's gonna look at Addie and say, "You know that potion I gave you? Was it yesterday? You might want to drink that."
We'll see.
We'll see.
And
All right.
she is going to real quick drink. Let's see. This one. I don't need to roll it with anything. I can just display it. That one. And
Your flying potion again?
That's a flying potion, yeah.
What's your speed? What's your walking speed?
It's like
It's
What,
30,
like 40?
but
Oh.
she can make it double if she needs to.
She
Once
can make it 60.
she can
Okay.
make it 60 without having to dash or without having to use her action to dash, and then she can dash.
She can make it
Okay.
120.
Yeah.
Jesus
so
Christ.
sorry, I have so many potions I have to go through them.
How funny would it be if she was a rogue and then used cunning action dash and then was moving 240 feet?
Yeah.
Or you know,
Oh my
a
god.
monk.
Or a monk.
He's
Yeah.
also
And
gonna drink
just-
this, so her AC is now 18.
Cool. What else is she drinking?
Let's see.
In
Sorry,
the
I'm just-
meantime,
In the
Just so that-
meantime, yeah,
just so that
Finn
I'm
will-
aware, of what's going on, Gronlin is now 500 feet of the lighthouse, and the bird is 400 feet from the
Mhm.
lighthouse.
The dynamic duo that I'm affectionately referring to as the Beef Boys is
Boy.
running towards the tower.
Finn.
I assume. Is Dunka coming with me? I
Yeah,
don't
he's
want to
probably
speak
like
for you.
stirring and roaring as well. We were told to be a distraction. I'm making noise.
Making noise.
Oh, we're making noise.
So I would
Finn
try to be
will
like
stealth.
as
and follow the two
stealthily
Beach
as
Boys.
possible.
Oh, we're being
Stealthy as
stealthy?
possible.
Okay, so she's gonna give you one of these.
The rest of the party is, at least.
I can cast invisibility on myself.
Well, fuck
too.
that. She's not giving you one then. She's just gonna.
Well, I mean, I would take it.
Drink the
It
potion,
costs me-
man.
Nah, it's fine. She's gonna drink it.
Okay.
And you give everyone a potion. of
Goodness
invisibility?
gracious. Okay,
She's
There's
preparing
so many
for battle,
potions.
hang on. Okay, so Gronlin's 500 feet from the tower. Bird is 400 feet from the tower. At this point, Dunka and Addie are probably also 400 feet from the tower. The rest of you are 550 feet from the tower. Are any of you moving up?
No, I said
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
following
we
him.
were-
I said I'm sneaking.
Great follow
though.
him.
Gonna follow Gronlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
you're gonna follow
Or
Gronlin.
I'm following.
So-
Noctuum said
I'm
he's
being
also
stealthy,
following
and
Gronlin.
I'm following the two
All right,
Beef Boys.
if whoever's being stealthy needs to make me stealth checks.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow Gronlin's bird. I'm flying.
Can the people
Flying
making
and
stealth
get
checks make advantage since me and Dunker are making such goddamn fools
Yeah.
of ourselves?
Sure.
Well, also I'm
Yay.
invisible, so I would get advantage anyway.
Are we all making stealth checks? Or...
Everybody's making stealth checks, and
Got
you're
it.
getting advantage because
Duncan and Addy are doing a
if
distraction.
you're trying to sneak, you get advantage. Or if you're trying to sneak, you're making stealth checks. Groundlin is not very stealthy, but he has to control a bird.
Jeez,
Kyra's
that
not
was
very
bad.
stealthy.
Hold on, I've got 12 inspiration points. I'll just re-roll that.
Tuum's not very stealthy.
I'm
But
gonna
wait.
re-roll that.
No, you have
Well,
advantage.
Yeah, you.
Groundling can't be the bird and move, right? If he's looking through its eyes.
No, I can't.
He has to do it one at a time.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, knock to him.
Well, roll
you
that
go.
again,
that better?
David, because you got advantage because
Is it?
Dunka and Addy are making some noise.
Right.
It's a thunderous
A lot.
cacophony of noise as we run down.
Cacophony.
16 total for
Cacophony.
Nocturne.
Fine. Cacophony.
Yeah, I didn't expect I would be very stealthy. I probably should have.
Should have
Okay.
drank that potion.
Should
Hashtag
have drinking that
regrets.
potion.
Fine. Are you casting invisibility on yourself, Groundlin?
He is now.
You might as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost me a fucking.
It doesn't cost you. It doesn't cost you a spell slot.
Oh, it doesn't? Then yeah.
You're casting,
Then you-
you're casting it through the amulet. You can only do it once per day. Is the thing.
Wow.
On top of the other stuff that you get too.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get myself one of those amulets.
It's down in the sewers.
I'm pretty
tell
sure.
me what-
I'm pretty sure I only said that the center hag had that amulet on her.
No, you said all three of them.
You
did.
said all
Yeah,
three.
you said all three of
Yeah.
them because then you asked Noctuum if he took the amulets as well, and he said no.
Okay.
Time to go back to the sewers.
You know what? I mean, it's broad daylight. Why not? Fuck it. Cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. So, doesn't matter what you roll. Doesn't matter what Anna rolls.
Mhm.
Because we're invisible. And I'm flying, so like, what can I really bump into? The bird?
The
The bird.
The harpies that might be flying down, possibly.
No, I'm good.
Raven.
Just out of nowhere, cloud turns solid and you ram into that.
All right. So, you guys are moving forward. How close, those of you that are sneaking, how close are you going to get?
Closest
Actually-
Gromlin gets.
Hang on. Better question. Addy and Dunka, how close are y'all getting?
We're going.
Yeah.
Presumably, this was my plan. We're going. Like we're going to
Yeah,
the
the
tower
front door.
unless something comes out to.
Like we're knocking down the front door and going up the tower. I think if we can.
Make me wisdom saving throws as you start to hear an
Wisdom saving
alluring
throws.
Cacos.
I'm not good at that.
Sophia, what did I tell you about making me make saving throws? I'm sick of it. Hit me with a weapon attack, you coward.
Addy, Duncan.
Shit.
God.
Does anybody have inspiration that they want to use?
Oof.
I just don't know if it's gonna get you better.
That is a good
That's
point.
that's the risk you take with inspiration.
No, I've got a +1. Like the odds that I hit whatever the stupid DC for this is not great. Just hit me with the.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Duncan has a +0.
Right, I'm not gonna make that throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
You found our weakness as beefy boys.
Effect.
Alright.
She knows. That's why
Knows
she's
you.
doing it.
Oh shoot.
She knows these harpies can't hit me with their stupid little talons.
They'll have to attack us
Nolina,
eventually.
Yes.
roll. We'll go with Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your intelligence. The colors. Nope,
You're not gonna
None of the
get-
above. Nope. I'm
yeah.
just checking.
You're not gonna get advantage on this.
Decent.
to him cast
Meh.
guidance again. Might as well use it.
Who's using guidance?
You.
Nocturne.
Cool.
Nocturne cast it on you.
Thanks. That's a
I
D4,
like that
right?
that's a cantrip.
Yes. Oh,
Look at,
people.
I also cast it on
So
you.
it's
Roll
a
another
17.
d4.
It doesn't
Okay.
stack. It doesn't stack.
Yes, it
Aw.
does.
No, it doesn't.
Aw.
Yes, it does.
Wait. Where does it say it stacks?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's okay. 17.
So,
Fine.
so total 17.
For a spell.
Ira,
Mhm.
you know that anybody within 300 feet of a harpy, humanoid or giant, mind you, has to essentially use their willpower to resist a harpy's song. Otherwise, they become charmed and must spend their entire turn, action, movement, bonus action, whatever, getting as close to the harpy as it can if they're not within 5 feet.
Oh, that's
So-
perfect.
Dunka and Addie, and also
This
you're,
is
you're,
great. This
you're
is still the plan.
charmed,
Like,
so you can't like fight it.
Okay.
So
So
Like, I
they're the
don't think we
decoys.
are.
They did their job. It's fine. I'll
At
tell
this
the
point-
rest of the party. I'll tell the rest of the party not to get any closer than whatever you said.
300 feet.
300 feet. That's the.
Dunka and Addie are the only ones inside right now, so I'm just gonna move all of you guys out here.
Actually, I will
A
ask.
bird.
Or
We're
more
gonna raid that
specifically,
tower.
since Kyra is the.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
I'm not talking to you.
Please
Can I
talk
send
to me.
No.
Sylvester?
Please.
Nope.
So, at this point, Addie and Dunka have reached the base of the tower. Gromlin, how close are you getting?
Question. Did you by chance manage to make me a separate token that I can use for seeing the whole map for the stream?
Nope.
305 feet away.
Tis forgotten, have we?
Hey,
I
is it
have
nighttime?
No, it's noon.
You don't get to see what's over there.
No,
It's
I'm
not
just
time.
I'm trying to see wherever.
No,
where-
just as
guys
a
are.
question because I'm looking at my map and I am effectively blind.
Did I not give you vision?
I
Probably
don't. I have a vision of 5 feet currently.
Whoop.
it's okay. I can see everything. Put
I
your hand on
should've
my
cast-
shoulder and I will guide you.
Should have casted light on you.
Hang on, because you are supposed to be able to see. It's the middle of the day. I'm gonna test this theory.
Just say
Are you
swing when
using
I
the
say
daylight
swing.
feature.
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it works!
Yeah, it does. I was gonna say that.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know it would do that.
Oh,
Can you
sweet. I
see
can
now,
see.
Addie?
Yeah, I can see. We're good.
So, Gronlin, how close are you sending your raven?
Jeez.
I bet you it's probably gonna have to make the same fucking throw.
Probably gonna have to make that
No,
throw.
the raven doesn't have to make the throw. However, you,
I would. Okay.
being the humanoid, have to make the throw if your raven gets within 300 feet,
Because
for
it's a
as long
party
as you're
do,
looking
right?
through its eyes.
Yeah. So we'll do that. I'll make that.
You better make it, because no matter what, if you fail this throw, you're gonna have to walk towards it.
Wisdom
Wait,
saving throw.
Wait,
And in
are we
fact-
rolling for the Raven?
No, I am.
He has to roll because he is a humanoid looking in through the raven's eyes.
Yes, but I am with the Raven.
Oh.
Are you?
I
are you
flew
using
with
raven?
the
She's
Raven.
flying with the raven.
Yeah.
You better make that
He's
roll
gotta
then,
make the check.
because she wasn't anywhere near you guys.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
And if you pass, you have to make it 18 times.
What?
There
The amount of harpies
are a
there.
lot of harpies.
Oh, they're all singing?
They are all
They would all
singing.
be singing, yeah.
Do we get the ability to try to break this on our turns at all?
Sounds more like sirens than freaking harpies.
You
Yeah.
see.
Oh wow.
And everybody, pretty much, whoever.
That's 4. That's half the party
Yes,
right
you-
there.
Half
You
the
can-
party is charmed.
Only those within 300 feet need to make it.
So
Alright.
do I need to
Which
get a couple checks to break that? Because I got 40 feet of movement, and if I'm sprinting, that's 80, so I would get at least 3 turns to try to break the siren song?
Sure. You and Addie can do that. However, keep in mind, if you pass, you still have to make it another 17 times.
Alright.
Gromlin and Ramara are charmed.
Wait, I get a D4.
It's not gonna matter.
It's not gonna help you.
And D4 is not gonna help
At all.
Wait,
we have
I
to
can do a
break this
D4
18
because of Bless,
times.
and I can cast Guidance on myself.
You have bless?
I drank the heroism potion. I
Oh,
am
shit.
under the effect of the Bless spell. No concentration required.
you. All right, you can make your rolls.
I'm gonna do 2D4.
Nope, not even close.
Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
That was bad.
So 4 of you are charmed. Duncan and Addie, you can make 3 more saves. Addie, make another save because now you have 17 more songs to resist.
I just want to put this out there. This is bullshit.
Correct.
Okay. I have an idea then.
You're the ones that didn't do your research on harpies.
Do you want me to just straight up click
Hello.
wisdom save 17 times, or do you want me to do it each successive time? Because we could
Each.
save a lot of time here.
It's gonna be each successive time because I need to know which one, how many are you. Yep, you're charmed again.
Okay.
Duncan, let's see your save.
We're gonna be stuck here
Holy
forever.
shit. Like,
That
how many do I have to
was-
make?
You're making 3 saves if you... Okay, so Addie, hang on. Duncan's still charmed by the same one. So Addie, you succeeded on the first one at the end of that first turn, and then you had to make it immediately again. So you still have 2 more attempts. Duncan, you also have 2 more attempts to break free. Because y'all are like a hot minute ahead. Duncan, you break free, make another save. Addie, you don't break free.
The hell is
This is just gonna be the next, 2 hours, just us making
Right.
wisdom save
So-
after wisdom save.
Duncan fails.
We have
Duncan, make
40
one more.
minutes left of the stream. How much? Oh, what are we doing?
a 12 fails?
A 12 fails.
A song?
Yeah.
It's one badass song.
Keep in
It
mind,
is.
I change stats. I don't use just the base.
Oh fuck.
Just the base.
Oh,
All right. So by the end of both of your turns, you can make 1 more save each. By the end of both of your turns, you have reached the base of the tower and are charmed, unless you pass the save. Addie passed. Addie, make another save. So you have 16 more songs to
Good
resist.
God.
Oh my gosh, Addie, make another save. So you have 15 more songs to resist. Oh my gosh, Addie, 14
This-
more.
14.
You can do it, Addie.
This
Keep
feels
going.
like data entry. Does anyone else feel like this feels like data entry?
Keep
Is it
going.
just
You have
Yes.
14 more.
Going.
14 more saves.
Like, just do a roll like 10
There it is.
d20s.
Ah,
There it is. No, because if he passes one, or if he fails one, then he goes right back to... Alright, so Addie, remember, you have 14 more to resist. Dunka, you have
16? 15?
16.
Also,
16.
if I'm with the
16.
bird and me and the bird are closer to the tower than everyone else, where are we?
That depends, Gromlin. You said the bird was constantly 100 feet ahead of you?
Mm-hmm.
So you're 205 feet from the tower. So, Anna, how fast can you move in a turn? How fast
If
would
I'm
you have
using,
been moving?
like, if I'm trying to keep up with the bird and I'm not in combat, I would have been action dashing to keep up. And so 60 feet every 6 seconds.
So make a save real quick as you enter the 300-foot area.
A wisdom save?
Yeah.
I already did.
Oh, okay. So then
I'll roll
At
it
the-
again if you
she
want me
was
to.
charmed. No. So then at the end of that turn, go ahead and make it to try and break, and then you'll make 1 more save as you're as you're 205 feet away. Okay, you pass. You have 17 more songs to resist. Oh, that's a fail. All right. And then when you're 205 feet away, make another save. Nope.
Wait. No, it doesn't matter. I can't.
This is just gonna be a
Just tons of saves.
just a ton to save.
All right.
This is the hot
Now-
action that people paid to see.
Now we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
Hey,
initiative, the real
Okay.
stuffs.
this is where though.
But wait,
Or
we're
Addie
like,
and Dunka.
I'll say we're like 300 feet in front of everyone else, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hey,
Not
awesome.
bad.
You guys are at the tower. The rest of the party, except for Ramara,
Nice, Nocturne.
200 or
Dunka.
300
Okay,
feet
but
away.
like, Can we make it that way on the map, because it looks like I'm standing with everyone else.
Yeah, I can't make it any bigger, so I'm just gonna have to mentally keep track.
Why can't you make it
Add
however-
the 13 or what
No,
I got.
I can't make it as big as it needs to be, because otherwise it's going to cause that issue that we experienced earlier.
Wait, what? It's only like.
This will be over relatively quickly. Everybody's gonna have to be action dashing to get over
Oh,
there.
I didn't
so-
click my token.
120 feet wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't suck my token
Gronlin.
either.
You,
Yeah, baby.
Gronlin, you also have
Why'd
to
you
be
redo
moving
it?
as fast as you can towards the tower. So as soon as
60
you're
feet.
Raven, yeah. So you probably get as soon as your Raven enters. Raven's 200. How fast can your Raven fly?
Ravens have a
It depends. Is he
50
carrying
feet.
coconut?
50 feet is speed. And are you having your Raven dash at all?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because it
So it
needs to
would've
be
taken-
within 100 feet.
Yeah,
for
so it
me
would have
to-
taken one turn for it to
Yeah.
get over there. So, and you failed your save, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So you then have to move 60 feet forward, and then make another save.
Beautiful. Wait for this one.
So now you're 245 feet away. Hey, you pass. Now 17 more to go.
Can I dimension door?
Not right this moment, no, because you have to immediately make this save.
I need.
Can he choose not to stop? Can he choose to stop seeing through his bird's eyes?
He's
Yeah.
now within 300 feet. He
But
can
I'm
choose to stop,
within-
but he still has to hear it.
All right. I hope I find.
A moment of
Wisdom
silence
save.
for my candle, which has died.
You're what now?
My candle!
And charmed again.
Me. How about a moment of silence for all your martial classes who are about to just get eaten by harpies willingly, I
Pretty
guess.
much, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even
Gremlin.
rage.
For another turn, you are then forced to run 60 feet closer to the tower, or you can
Oh.
dimension door, if you want to get that much closer to it. But you have to move closer.
Okay.
Either way. We're about to be eaten.
That you
No,
are.
because if I. Yeah, you know what?
My hope is that the rest of the party just sticks together.
We all
And-
just die
Why,
we just
together.
why would that help
it's just like-
anything?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, you know what? Let's just leave them. We can go home already.
Four of us survive.
The 4 of us survived. That's
It's
enough.
a,
right?
it's a half TPK.
But hold on, Ramara is our money bags right now.
You
She's
can't even
darn.
see her.
I
You have
mean-
no idea where she is.
Who knows? Maybe she went the other way. We could
Oh,
just go
Can I
back to
dimension
I'm
door?
just kidding.
If I have to move as close as possible, I would probably. Would I be smart enough to fucking realize I could dimension door closer?
Do you?
But you wouldn't get the chance to.
I mean, he
mean,
has to be making
he
these
would.
saves, and then he has to spend his action and his
Nope.
movement getting as close as he can. He's
I
not
would
very
not.
smart, apparently.
Not very smart. So I will just dash.
Alright, so at the end of that turn, you're within 245 feet. Ramara and the bird are right next to each other. Alright, knock to him. You see Gronlin is just walking forward.
Nah, he doesn't because I'm invisible.
Oh, never
That's
mind.
right.
He is invisible.
Uh,
So then,
he
so then how close do the rest of you get?
no, the minute.
Crap.
What was it? The minute
When did
Kara
you
said
guys
within
stop
300
walking?
feet,
Well, I would
I
have stopped
before
right when I
300
was
feet.
right. We would have stopped at what?
Yeah.
Probably around.
400, 350. Out of their range, since Kyra did say.
Out of the
"Oh, I'm
range, but still
300
close
feet."
enough.
Yeah.
You're not close enough to do anything right now. I have got to
Course
leave
not.
this call. This music is really loud.
You can turn
Obviously,
it down.
Sophia, you did not plan on
You
our
can
stupidity.
turn the bot down
Mm.
yourself.
I did turn the bot down and it was still loud.
Okay.
I have an idea if
I do
we
too.
can get to Cloudy's turn because she's big brain.
Yeah.
Fireball
that's my
the
idea,
tower.
too.
Well, I still have the gloves and cloth mask that I bought the other day. Is it possible to stuff our ears with the
That
cloth mask and
is
gloves?
what I
Yes,
was
That is
actually gonna think.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I have
That
like
is
a
possible.
piece of leather
Yes,
armor
it is
that
Noctua.
could rip up.
So we lose our hearing in a sense.
Yes,
But we also have our bracelets. So
you are
it's not
effectively
That's right. We
deafened.
have the bracelets.
So
We can talk
please
to each
talk to
other.
me, Kyra.
Thank
Dream
God
House.
somebody was smart
Yes,
enough to
please.
buy these things.
Nah, that was just coincidence.
Oh,
Because
shut
you're
up,
also the same person that
coincidence.
got charmed.
Noctua, are you gonna pass out the gloves and stuff to everybody, and then stuff them with your own ears?
Yes.
All right. So we'll say that essentially takes your action to pass them out, and then to like stuff your own ears, and then you have a bonus action and your movement.
Bonus action and movement.
Oh,
So same with Finn, Cloudy, and Kyra. You will have a bonus action and movement.
Got it.
Why did we not stuff the muscle boy's ears?
We didn't know.
Nobody thought about
Yeah.
You ran off before I could say anything.
Charged them off their deaths.
They charged off.
it. Maybe another close call. All
I
right.
think I'm-
Also, I do
Good.
want to say real quickly for the turn order, I have a 13, but I'm at the bottom of the list.
That's because you're Finn.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Reorganize them yet.
Even the turn order doesn't like me.
All right. So Noctum, what do you want to do with your bonus action and movement?
I think I'm just going to move forward as far as I can.
So it's about 30 feet. So if you guys stopped 305 feet away, you're now 275 feet from the lighthouse. So just keep in mind that's how far the four of you can move this turn, and then just remind me.
No.
Any
I'll keep
bonus
it in a
actions?
note somewhere.
Oh no.
No?
That's all I'm going to do.
Dunka, wisdom save.
Yeah, let me get right on that.
Hey, you passed one of them. You passed two of them, actually.
I did.
It makes sense to make 18.
Question: are you keeping track of how many we pass?
We should be keeping track of that.
I have
Because
track of my own.
I can't. I don't know how many there are, where they are, because I can't see any of them on the map. So
There are
like,
there are 18 in total.
Yeah.
Dunka, you are still charmed.
Okay, still at 16.
Alrighty.
Pass
So then
one.
you have to use your entire movement to climb this 200-foot tall lighthouse.
Yep. And my speed's 40 feet, so I'm 20 feet farther ahead of Addie every round.
Yeah. So Dunka's gonna get there in like. Let's see, it's a 200. You have to move 80 feet a turn. You're gonna get there in 2.5 rounds and still have an action. Goodness. All right, Dunka. So you're gonna move your entire round, and then you'll get up 80 feet in the tower. Kyra, you have an action, or not an action, you have a bonus action and movement.
Right. Well. Can't really do any bonus actions because they have to be in a certain range. So she's just gonna move her movement.
Alright, so you're gonna get, again, 275 feet from the lighthouse. Finn, you doing the same thing?
Yep.
Any bonus actions?
Nope.
Cool. Ramara.
Nope.
So you'll move your entire movement, which would be, how far were you from the tower? You were, I believe we said 200 feet? 205 feet? Yeah, 205 feet. Since you were following the raven. So, 60 feet is your movement, right?
Mhm.
If you dash?
Mhm. Well, technically, I can double that. So, but I can't. I can only do it once. But
I'm
if
not-
I'm trying to get there as fast as I can, I would be moving as
I'm-
fast as I can.
I'm not gonna make you guys use your abilities and stuff. It's just gonna be action, dash, and movement.
Okay. I mean, the whole shtick is that you're supposed to use all possible movement.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have you guys use abilities because that wouldn't be fair.
And 18 harpies is fair?
It is with 8 players, yeah, with 8 level
No.
5 characters.
18 individual saves is the part I take issue
No,
with.
that's
In their defense, they were right. We just kind of just went in.
Didn't really think about what harpies do.
Ramara didn't want to do this job at all. So
Yeah, she was the first one in.
she just wanted to get it over with so people stopped talking about it. Like,
I mean,
Well,
and
You
also if
whatever.
everyone that she was paying dies in this tower, what's she gonna do? She wasted 80,000 gold.
But does she care about that gold?
Yes, she cares about money.
She cares about her money.
She cares about.
She wants her
You have to
investment.
understand, we all care about our money. That's
alright,
why
so,
we're saving each other.
So, Ramara, you then are 145 feet from the tower.
Cool.
Or lighthouse. Addie, you are just inside. Go ahead and make your wisdom save. Addie is doing fantastic with these today. Not with that one, though.
You jinxed it.
That is my job as the DM, yes. So Addie, you'll move your full 60 feet. It'll take you 3.5 turns to get up there. So you'll be up basically 1 turn after Dunka is, and have an action. Cloudy.
Yeah. So she's going to.
Cloudy, you have cunning action, don't you?
Yeah.
Stuff your
focus
ears.
action.
Yeah.
You have cunning
Stuff your
action
ears.
dash.
Stuff your ears first.
Yeah, that's her action.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
to stuff
yeah.
her ears.
Yeah, stuff her ears, and then bonus action dash.
Bonus action dash. So you're 305 feet away. You have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah. Unless I go werewolf.
Goodness. Would Cloudy do that?
Ah,
You know, the
Smart
question
enough.
is, would their ears still be stuffed since everything they have on them kind of merges into their wolf form?
would her ears remain stuffed if she goes werewolf?
You can choose to not have certain items merge with you.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Then-
go
Isn't it?
werewolf.
Then yeah, I'll have her go werewolf.
Alrighty.
I'm
So how far can
slightly
you move?
tempted to ask if I can be carried so I can get there faster.
She has 40.
So she can
movement
move
as well.
80.
Yeah.
So then 225 feet from the tower for you.
Alright.
Alright. Gronlin, wisdom save.
I have inquiry.
Okay. Nope, not enough.
Does it make sense for Sylvester to keep flying ahead of me since I'm still going? It doesn't really matter.
Did you stop looking through his eyes?
Yeah, I would have stopped looking through.
He would probably just stay there then,
Okay.
because he's not receiving a command from you.
He's not. So that's the problem. Would he be... If I told him to go, could I tell him to go back?
No, because your whole thing is you have to get as close to the harpy whose song you are hearing as possible. You're not focused on anything else.
I'm not focused on
You have
it.
no actions, bonus actions, or reactions.
Okay.
So- You got to use your full turn to get as close as you can.
So then that's 60 feet.
And you were 245, right?
Yes.
So 185 now for you. Alrighty. Noctuum. Noctuum can also turn into a bird and fly.
Areas? That would make it easier.
Noctuum, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm just going to dash.
Just gonna action dash?
Yes.
Okay. So you were 275. You can run 60, so 215, I believe. Alrighty. Dunka, wisdom save. You can do it. Nope.
Unca and wisdom? That's a good one.
No, you
Haha,
can't
very
do
close.
He
it.
did pass one.
Okay. Can I make a case right now?
Mm-hmm.
Could I make a case that the 4 people who are not charmed by this help out the 4 people who are? Because they can still talk in our minds.
Is Ramara wearing the bracelet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she put
was.
it back on.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to spend like your talking action to talk to them, you can give them advantage on their checks.
Okay.
And since there's
Alright.
4 of you not being charmed, each of you can just focus on somebody. So yeah, I'll give you guys advantage on these. So
Okay.
go ahead,
So
Dunka.
we're not moving.
You can still move.
No, we can still move.
Okay.
It's a talking action.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Your speaking action is to try and get them to focus.
Okay, so do you want me to do just one more roll or roll again at advantage?
Just one more roll. Not enough. So you'll move another 80 feet up. On the next turn, you'll be in the lighthouse.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Thanks.
All right, Kyra.
Okay, well, she's using her action to help somebody, whoever it is.
Her speaking action. She can still
Yeah.
dash.
Oh, so I'm gonna
Speaking
dash then.
speaking is a free action.
Okay.
As long as
So
it's
then
within
she's gonna
6
take 60 feet then, yes?
So then
Yeah.
you'll get right with Nocturne at 215.
Okay.
Bonus action at all?
Not yet, no.
Finn, are you gonna do basically the same thing?
Yeah. I'll go
Alright.
give some words of inspiration to Addie to break free. Come on, words can't break through those scales.
Remara, wisdom save with advantage. This is unfortunate. Alright, so you'll move another 60 feet closer. How far did I say you were?
145, I think.
145, so you'll be 85 feet now. Addie, wisdom save with advantage.
I believe in you, Addie. I
So
still believe
sorry.
in you, Addie.
So sorry, Addie. So Addie's gonna move another 60 feet up the tower. Cloudy day.
Yeah. So she's
gonna
a
keep
werewolf.
moving. She
Yeah,
is a
she's
werewolf.
gonna keep trucking.
All right.
So she's moving 80 feet. Let me see here. Who's she? Who's the one person that we're leaving out as far as like who they're talking to?
Nobody's specifying who it is.
nobody?
As long as
Yeah.
all 4 of you talk to somebody, then
Yeah.
It
it.
doesn't
Yeah, okay.
matter.
Also,
Okay.
one of you can do it, and all of us will hear it. So if
This is
all
okay.
4 of you are speaking at one time,
It's kind of
that's a lot of noise in our heads that could potentially interrupt a song. Just saying.
Yeah,
Put
that's why.
17 songs
That's
at once.
that's why I have a another plan for when somebody does pass. I have another plan for how they'll be able to just stop hearing the songs.
Oh.
Cloudy, how far did I say you were?
Oh shoot. It was 80 feet from where we started, so
So you were.
I've moved 160 feet so far.
160. 305 minus 160. That is 205 minus 60. 145. Okay. 145. Gronlin, wisdom save with advantage. Cloudy's gonna catch up to Ramara next turn almost. Gronlin, dexterity check.
Dexterity check.
Yes.
Just over there.
Awesome. You managed to stuff your ears.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank God. Okay.
You managed to stuff your ears. You're no longer charmed by the harpies.
Awesome.
So you now have your action, bonus action, movement to do with as you please. I forgot how far you are.
I think I was 175 or 165.
I believe you were 175, which means Cloudy passed you.
Okay.
Cloudy's
That's fine.
Cloudy's going after Amara.
It is perfectly fine. I will take that. Now,
She figured you had it.
I wasn't like prepared for this dexterity check. It
Now you
kind
have
of,
an action.
but now I have an action. So now
Now you can dimension door.
Now I can dimension door. Can I dimension door up to Ramara and stuff her ears?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Interesting.
If you want to dimension door over there and then make another dexterity check.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Isn't she
Yeah.
flying right now?
She's in the
She's
air.
flying.
She's
And-
in the air. Nobody can reach her.
She's
And she's
flying,
invisible.
And she's invisible. So no, you can't do that.
Nobody
But you can do
help
somebody
Ramara.
else.
Cloudy's not coming towards Ramara because she doesn't know where Ramara is.
Gronlin,
You can smell her.
Gronlin, you can
That's true.
see-
You could smell.
Gronlin, you can see the harpy's nest, so you can, if you want to dimension door up there.
And die? What do you-
Dunka is on his way there right now.
Dunka is on his way there now.
Dunka is-
okay.
Dunka is going to reach the top of the, like, you knowing how fast Dunka is, Dunka's gonna reach the top of the tower if he hasn't already passed his check. Like, next turn.
Yeah, I'm in next turn.
Next turn, he's gonna get up there.
You know what? Can I see one of the harpies?
I'll be like, hey, ladies.
You can see the harpies that are in the nest, yeah?
How far away are they from me?
Making me do math with Pythagorean theorem, gosh.
I know.
I don't
Just-
know. They're
Just
they're high.
firebolt it and burn the nest.
They're high.
They're too far for you to use firebolt.
I
You just
don't want to use firebolt. That's not what I want.
hang on.
That
Let me
was-
get my
that's what I-
calculator. You're what? 175 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
I mean, like, how tall is this lighthouse?
It's 200 feet
200.
tall.
So then, okay, I will dimension door. That's what I needed. Okay, I dimension
you
door
can
up
dimension
there, and that costs a bonus action, or is that an action? That is an action. That is an
That's
action.
the dimension door.
Fuck. I don't have any bonus actions.
The squishy is by himself up in the
Yeah.
tower
Yeah.
You
with
could.
18 harpies.
This is a terrible idea.
Yeah, you did
This
it.
is a
Yeah, you
terrible
did it.
idea.
I'm
But it
proud
may
of you.
also be the best idea.
Hell, why not? Yeah,
I'm gonna
That's
have
whatever.
To, I'm gonna have to send you guys a hero.
Ah,
Need a
yeah,
hero.
yeah.
I like
why
that
not?
song.
never a hero.
I'm like, okay, cool. I stuffed my ears, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Dimension door up there. I'm still invisible, actually,
You are still invisible.
so they don't
So
see
they
me.
can't see him.
Is invisibility a concentration spell?
It is, yes.
Would he
and you
have
do have to
been able
concentrate
to
on it.
maintain concentration if he was
Well, I'm using the amulet,
Charmed?
so
if he was charmed?
You do still have to concentrate on it, though. That's the only thing.
So then
Okay.
he would have lost invisibility
Um,
if he was charmed, right?
charmed.
No, he would have lost invisibility using Dimension Door because invisibility, the spell drops whenever you cast anything.
Yes.
There we go.
So you do lose invisibility because of that, but it wasn't because of hearing the harpy songs.
okay. Well, it's telling me to fucking roll it. Whatever. Dimension door. I had to roll it. Ooh. I
right
dimension
away.
door into one of the harpies.
Hang on.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, what?
She dimension door into one of the harpies. Okay.
Into one of the harpies.
Okay. Well, hang on. You and any creature traveling with you take 40. You don't want to do that.
Okay, so
You and
then
any
I'm
creature traveling with you take 46 force damage, and the spell fails to teleport you. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
Oof.
That would have sucked. It's
It
like, no, it
would've.
doesn't hurt them. It hurts you.
I mean,
Make them explode
can-
from the inside.
Can I make the case that it would hurt them?
No, because it fails to teleport you.
Okay, so then never
You
mind.
take the force dragon. Or
I
the
would take
the
the force damage.
Force damage.
Oh, the dragon.
Force dragon.
I was reading the
Never,
rules
never.
pages to me.
Right, I don't have any bonus action spells. This is ridiculous. Do I have
Also, keep in mind you can't cast 2 spells. You can only
I
cast a spell and a
can't.
cantrip.
I feel like I have something that allows me to do something.
You might.
Oh. Okay. As a bonus action, you can cause gusts of air to surround you before or after you cast a spell, first level or higher. That allows you to fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
Just gonna fly 10 feet in.
Tempest magic, yes! That's all I got.
That's funny. Hey, at least they don't get opportunity attacks against you. And
Exactly.
you're 10 feet away from them.
There
Alrighty.
you go. That's what I'm going for.
Noctuum.
My
Just gonna keep running.
Yes.
I mean, what else can we do?
How far were you? You were 175 away, right?
I think so.
Okay. So it's gonna be 115. Any bonus actions at all?
No.
Alrighty. Dunka. Wisdom save with advantage.
This is not how I expected this session to go at all.
Yeah.
I had a cow.
Yeah, we have 10 minutes left.
I had a cow. I wanted to apologize,
Dunka. Dexterity check.
and I have advantage on dexterity checks. Why I'm not
You're
blind,
not
deaf, and
raging.
incapacitated. No, it just doesn't matter. It's all the time.
Pretty sure you have to be raging, don't you?
no.
Nope.
Nah,
That's
fam.
not
Barbarians have one good thing going for them, and it's always advantage on dex.
Yeah.
Alright,
sense.
have at it. Awesome. You managed to stuff your ears. You're no longer charmed. You gonna keep
Okay.
climbing that? You gonna keep climbing that tower?
No, so I see Addie like what 40 feet behind me.
He's 20 feet behind you, I think. Or yeah, 40 feet. He's 40 feet.
Okay, so how do I charge Addie and then stuff his ears?
You wanna just knock him down?
Hold on, but would Dunka be smart enough to do that?
Well, he did it for himself.
Yeah,
so
he did it
He
for
did do it
himself,
for
so
himself, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's yelling. I'm
Just
assuming like
question.
stuff your ears, you dumb idiots. Blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that, right? He understands instructions.
Yeah, Dunka, if you want to use your action to try and stuff Addie's ears, you can make a dexterity check.
I so want to stuff Addie's ears.
have ears.
That'll be your action.
Okay, is it gonna be a dex check?
Yeah, dex check.
Love them dex checks. Thank you.
Nice.
Hey.
Addie's ears are stuffed. Addie, you're no longer charmed.
It's a check, not a save, right?
I don't think it makes a difference for him.
Oh.
You have a +1 on both of them, right?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same.
so it doesn't make a difference for
Okay.
him. Dunka, you still have your bonus action in your movement. Well, no, because Addie was 40 feet behind you, so you had to go
right.
down
So I
40
moved
feet.
20 that way. How much farther to the top?
If you move 40 feet down, it's going to be essentially another turn for you to get there. You'll have to like move and action dash, but you've used your movement and your action for this turn. So you
Okay,
have a
I will
bonus
just
action.
move like
You-
halfway.
You can't move. You're out of movement. It took your action to stuff his ears, and he was 40 feet behind you.
Oh,
So on your
Rage.
next turn, you'll be able to action
Oh,
dash and get up
no.
there.
no, I'm not gonna rage because I have to keep damage or attacks going for rage, or
Yeah.
else I lose it right away. Okay, well then I sit tight and that's about. I'm like, shh, to Addie.
Meanwhile, everybody's talking
Everybody's-
in chaos.
All right,
And
Kyra,
this squishy
Just
sorcerer.
Gonna keep running.
gonna keep
Take-
running.
I got you next
60
turn.
more feet. Yep, I'm right with Noctuum.
115 feet to go. Finn, same thing for you.
Yeah.
115 feet to go. Rimara. You're still charmed, aren't you? Yeah. So, wisdom save. Still not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, with the 14?
Yeah.
It's 15.
Yeah, it's a 15
Dang.
check.
DC 15.
But she's invisible, which is nice.
Yeah. So
Which now she's still
She's
moving towards
invisible and
them.
flying. She doesn't have to go in the tower to get up to the top.
no, she doesn't. She doesn't
She's
have to
gonna
go
be
up,
there
though.
in
No, but they won't know she's there within 5 feet.
because she's invisible.
Yep.
So, Ramara, at this point, you probably reach the nest.
Cool.
But
A thrill in your voice.
No.
There. I
But-
mean, I also don't have anything that I can stuff my ears with. So like, even if I did have the dexterity save, like, what would I use for it?
you can, like, rip off a piece of cloth or something. I don't know. Like,
She's a bird.
pretty
Maybe he had
sure
a blouse.
she's not a bird. She drank a potion of flying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I doubt Duncan and Addie had gloves on them. I doubt Gronlin had anything on him. Just rip off a piece of cloth and you could stuff your
Yeah.
ears.
But also, I didn't pass the save, so it doesn't matter.
Addie.
And I've only passed one, by the way. I still need to pass 18 more if I don't pass
17.
the freaking save. Whatever.
All right, so it's been 2 turns of this bullshit, and if I remember correctly, at the beginning of this bullshit, you said 2.5 to get to the top. I could
Yes.
get there with an action. So
Yeah.
it's time to do my fucking job, and let's go murder some harpies.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take
So-
your action to get up there, so you'll have your bonus action left.
No, that's not what I just said.
Listen here, woman.
Just
It's also gonna take
listen,
Duncan
Linda,
action.
listen.
It's
Oh.
gonna take Duncan action too.
You said at the beginning,
I said it was gonna
2
take
turns
you.
ago, it was
I
going to
s-
take 2.5 turns.
I said it
That's
was
2
gonna take.
turns of movement and
I
a
said
3rd
2.5
turn
for.
of movement without
said-
an action.
I said 2.5 for Duncan. 3.5 for you because he moves 10 feet faster than you.
Then it doesn't matter what I do. I can't get up there this turn.
Or Addie.
gonna
You're so
die up here.
mad.
God, I should
So
just set
mad.
this fucking tower on fire.
I'm still
Cloudy.
in.
I could.
Cloudy.
I mean, I could
Is
too.
there a
I
door?
could. Oh wait, am I actually not getting a turn?
Unless you have a bonus action that you can do.
You just moved.
Did I use an what? What's happening?
I mean, didn't you move, right?
Are you moving? Or are you just staying there?
Mad is what I'm doing.
Well, I stuffed your ears, so you have your full turn, your action surge, or whatever you want
Yeah.
to do.
You do have
I
action
could.
surge.
I
Got
could action
everything.
surge if I
Got
really
action
just wanted to
surge.
get up there and murder something.
Do it.
Hmm.
You're gonna be
With-
taking a
with
long rest
action
after
surge,
this
you can
anyways.
get up there.
No, it's not worth it.
No.
So you're just gonna action dash and get up there? Or get as close as you can? Or Addie is like able
Okay.
to he's able to see the
Okay,
fingers of
no,
Hermes
yeah,
20
no,
feet above him.
I'm sick of this shit. So I am gonna action dash up there. I'm gonna use my bonus action to drink a potion. Cause guess what I've got on me? I've got a potion of growth. So I am now enlarged.
Do it.
Congrats, man.
Very large and
4
angry
hours.
dragon.
Oh, Dragon Board, that's
4
angry
hours.
and fuming.
Addie gets to the top of the tower and just drinks a potion and grows.
Yes.
And the harpies just stare at him in pure horror.
This
Oh.
is dragonborn growth.
Beautiful.
Is that it for your turn?
I'm straight up about a multi-class into barbarian, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, you can't be me.
I
Is
think
that,
that's about to be all of us very soon.
is that it for you, Addie?
Yeah, that's it. Big boy in the nest.
Cloudy, the door is open at this point because I don't think any of the people that were being charmed by harpies thought to close the door.
Would they not?
Okay. Then yeah, she's gonna use the door like a normal person instead of trying to climbing up the wall.
Nobody tried to climb up the wall.
Nobody
Oh, I thought people were climbing up the wall. Okay, let's
They went
go.
up
Oh.
the stairs.
It's only a cloudy thing.
That's a cloudy thing to do.
Alright. You were 145 feet away?
Yep.
You're not even gonna get in through the door yet. Like, you're 65
No.
feet from the tower.
That's true. Okay. Yeah.
And Cloudy didn't think to just grab anybody, so.
No, she did not, because she was like, I'm going to tackle somebody and
And then-
stuff their ears, and then they all just kind of handled it themselves, and she was kind of like, all
You can
right.
still tackle someone.
She could still
Still up to
tackle
you.
somebody if she wanted to.
Tackle a harpy. Go for it.
All right.
Also,
will.
just to double check and ask, so we're 115 feet from the tower itself?
Yes. From the base of the tower.
The three of us are.
Gronlin. For the last turn of the night.
What do I do? Da, 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 da. I
Hopefully
will
not die.
hopefully not die. I want to
Go
do
invisible
as
again.
much. I can't. I literally can't. There's only one thing. I want to try to do as much damage as possible as I can right now. So I will do Burning Hands, second level. It is a 15-foot cone, so I'm probably going to do it over there.
By the way, Ramara's probably there.
I don't see you.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that she's
I know.
probably there.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. Gronlin doesn't know. He just knows that, like, there's a whole bunch of harpies.
He's gonna
Addie
be.
has 399 rounds of combat left. being
So
I just
born.
see you breaking through the flooring and just falling down the tower.
I'm gonna do that. It is a dex save of 15.
You're gonna catch those two harpies, and then you're gonna set the actual nest on fire.
Perfect.
I need to see how much damage it does.
Wait, perfect. Wait, now we're all 200 feet up in a burning nest of flames.
No, the nest is on the outside. The nest
Oh,
is
okay.
like sitting out.
It's on
on
that
the
balcony
terrace.
piece.
Yeah.
Picture
Okay.
like all the vantage viewpoints in Assassin's Creed. Like it's out on just the one
On the
singular
ledge.
plank.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The one plank that only exists to have nests on it.
With 17 harpies on it.
17 harpies.
18 harpies are all on the same one.
Alright, let's see here. One fails. Not yet, no. I haven't looked at the text yet. Alright. Next one.
Fails.
Thank you.
Does it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So that's-
DC 15.
It's a 15.
So these two failed. The others aren't even going to make the check, as their nest literally goes up in flames. So they're all just going to take that damage.
Nice.
Alright.
They're going to continue taking that damage for every turn that they remain in the nest.
There you go.
And you
Uh-oh.
hear screeching.
Way to go, Squishy Boy.
That's
Oh,
right.
Squishy boy.
Squishy Boy's got
How do you
some
get more eggs?
bells.
As that,
Scrambled
is,
some eggs.
as that is the end of the round, I'm going to have the harpies finally join the initiative.
Do I need to take damage as well?
No, it doesn't hit you.
Huh?
Well, yeah,
Doesn't hit
because
you.
yeah.
So the harpies join initiative, and then you hear a pop.
Wait, I'm confused. Can you draw where the cone was?
Yeah.
So where
it-
Gronlin is at, it goes essentially out one square, and then 3 squares for the next 2 lines. So if we
Like-
draw it, if we
Kind of like that.
no, it's like eh. It just misses you, Anna. That's what it that black is that's what it looks like.
Okay. Also, never mind. I'll just fix it. Her AC is wrong on this thing, by the way. Just on the general AC. I'll just fix it. Never mind.
I'm not looking at y'all's AC. I'm straight up asking you guys if it hits or not. And then you hear a pop. Addie, next to you, you see Nimue appear.
Hey!
Wait.
What? Was
Better
she
not steal our
charmed
XP.
by them too? Is that why she's here?
What?
She charmed by them
Was
too.
she charmed by them too? Is that why she suddenly appeared?
I don't need her here. The hard part's over.
Yeah.
She's just here to take her XP and go.
She's taking credit for all our hard work.
told
And
you
she
guys,
goes in
As
front of the
always.
initiative order. God
She's
damn
not.
it.
She's not XP based. She's
She's
not XP
milestone.
based. She's milestone based. She's not She's not taking your XP.
We should have made Landon milestone.
I asked what we were gonna do, and y'all said XP based. So
Whatever. Squishy boy did some damage.
Wish your boy did do
Gromlin-
some damage.
Gronlin, Ramara, and Addie, when you look at her, you see that the left side of her face has a mask on now.
Oh.
It's a half mask that kind of goes over her lips completely, and then like off the side, like if you're looking at me on the camera,
Mhm.
face, mouth, down to like her collarbone area.
Okay.
It's a big mask, so you just see her eye and like half of her face.
Kind of like Phantom of the Opera, but
Yeah.
That's
Intense
exactly
lot
Phantom of the
bigger.
Opera.
A lot bigger. You can't tell if she's smiling or not, but she looks at you, Grelin, and you see like a twinkle in her eyes, and she's like, I think you could use some help. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Is her accent just gone?
Yes, because I don't remember what it was.
Of course.
Help's
Of
coming up the
course.
stairs, baby.
So we need to remember that Cloudy is 65 feet from the tower, Finn, Kyra, and Noctuum are 115 feet from the tower. Duncan
It's
has
all
a
in the
turn to
chat
get there.
log, I believe.
Yeah, we've kept
Yeah.
posting
Yeah.
it.
So
Thank
we
goodness for
literally
that.
will just need to scroll up next week.
there you go.
Awesome.
And I put a handy little reminder just in case we forget how many rounds of combat I've got left of being Large Lizard.
Yo, I kind of expected you
Can
to
you-
like grow
can
some,
you-
blow off.
Can
Oh,
you
yeah, he's
choose
Godzilla.
to end that?
Honestly, don't care.
It's just going to be a giant lizard for a while.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to make a point that this is on fire.
I can't even
Just
see what you're
fine.
doing.
Yeah.
It's because you're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
It doesn't
Listen.
say anything in the spell description about choosing to end it, but it is concentration by nature, so I imagine it's endable.
Yeah,
Right,
I'll say that you can
conscious
just end it
decision.
whenever you want to. Alrighty.
I
Like
make
I'm
fire.
gonna.
Yes,
This
Addie's
has
in
been
love.
fun. Zach, would you like to do our read off?
Yes.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm mad.
Furious.
Listen, nobody can do it as good as you, Addie.
It's true.
I know. Just give me a second to collect myself.
So mad.
He's not as mad as me.
You'll get it next time, I promise.
No, I won't.
Ramara passed one of them.
Out of
Duncan can do it,
18.
you can do
Out
it.
of 18 of them, good god.
I mean, currently you're still charmed by the same one. So.
Yeah, I know.
After completing Shopping Day Part 2, Ramara and her goon squad stormed the lighthouse to take on the Harpies. The battlefield now set, half the crew up top, half at the bottom. What will the outcome of this perilous conflict be? Find out next week on Adventures in Lutoroa.
No,
Oh my god.
you're
said it
still
right.
saying it wrong.
That was intentional.
That's what makes it
You're
more
That
fucking
was
Wow.
welcome.
More
intentional.
wonderful.
She did it on purpose.
Follow us on all the socials. Join our Discord underneath the video. I'm getting out of here. I'm done. Goodbye.
Check out our sponsor.
Yes, check out our sponsors. Remember
Check out
to
our
check on our
sponsor.
YouTube videos.
He literally left.
Take me anywhere.
God.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I apologize for my camera because it's terrible, but thank you for joining us. Follow us on all our social.
Hashtag.
Professionalism.
Most professional stream on Twitch.
Oh my god.
Squishy boy.
Well, that was a clusterfuck.